The first movie we're talking about, now that we're live, is Prisoners of the Ghostland.
Oh, we're gonna start there.
I can't even shut. I gotta go.
Oh my god, look at that!
It's gonna green screen out all the.
A good thing too, because none of that happens in the movie.
That's all right. I was wearing my Michigan State shirt, and I was like, "Oh, I can't." I was a little floating headish. I had to go change. So, intros. We do have to play these long ones. I'm sorry. That's the only ones I got.
This is not a test. This is your emergency broadcast system announcing the commencement of the B-movie battle sanctioned by the government of Wonderland. Swear words of Class 4 and lower have been authorized for use during the show. All other swear words are restricted. Wonderland officials of ranking 10 have been granted immunity from the show and shall not be harmed. Commencing at the siren, any and all crime, including murder, will be legal for 1 continuous hour. Police, fire, and emergency medical services will be unavailable until the review concludes. Blessed be our Wonderland leaders in America, a nation reborn. B-movie battle is now in effect.
Hello, citizens. Welcome to Nick Cage Cast.
I'm glad you felt comfortable to bring that intro back.
Yeah, well, only for this show.
Yeah, there you go.
We're just going to leave it on this one.
That's fine.
Today's episode, Prisoners of the Ghostland, which I can't fully show on here because there's so much green on it.
Well, you can't fully show it because it should be a crime to show it.
Okay, I just read the synopsis on IMDb right now for the first time. Is this the movie we watched? Okay, ready?
Yeah, tell me, please.
Okay, just sat through the whole thing a couple hours ago. And it says, a notorious criminal must break an evil curse in order to rescue an abducted girl who has mysteriously disappeared. I have so many questions in that sentence right there. Let me just start with the first one. A notorious criminal?
I mean, he's a criminal.
Kinda. He's notorious, but not really. He did one crime.
Well, he just robbed the bank in Governorland.
Must break an evil curse? There was an evil curse in this movie?
Well, I think they allude to it in the movie, but it makes no sense. So, yes.
I was seeing if my green on my arm was
going to Ew, that's infected. You got problems.
Right. And then I love this last sentence where they answer the question and then raise the question right here. An abducted girl who's mysteriously disappeared. Is she abducted or did she mysteriously disappear?
Well, here's the problem. She ran away. So it was neither of those things.
Well, I guess technically when she was a child, she was abducted. And her disappearance is a mystery to Bill Moseley's character.
Because she ran away.
Yes.
But
anyway, all around, that's not what we watched.
That is not the movie at all, but sure, go for it.
No, the poster and the synopsis are a totally different movie.
That poster is the movie I'd want to watch. The movie that I saw was not what I wanted to watch.
Yeah.
Yeah, the one in the background, yeah.
I call this like the most beautiful movie I don't give a shit about. Everything's gorgeous in it, honestly. Like,
sure.
Like, it's cool looking. Visually, it's a cool looking movie.
It proves to me that anybody can make a movie. Like, if you had all that shit, you're just like, hey, man, we got those dusters you wanted for that short you want to do for the Western. Yeah, let's keep them. I want to put in this movie. Okay. Hey, I got that Boss Hoss outfit, but it's 4 sizes too small. So we got to get Bill Moseley to fit in it.
We need one of the thinnest men.
Bill Moseley.
He's not very terrifying. Maybe that'll be the joke.
He's not very interesting either.
I like Bill Moseley.
In that scene where they say tick tock, I'm about ready to
oh my god,
hit myself in the head with a brick because I couldn't take it anymore.
So this director, Sion Sono.
Too bad he didn't die of that heart attack.
From Japan. And He directed a movie I do like called Suicide Club back in 2001. It's fucked up. It's like this weird world where it's back in that weird early 2000s Japanese movie where they're all super violent. And like it was Japan getting their teenage phase in a weird way. Like everything it was like the Tarantino phase, just a little too late. It took a while to get over there, I guess. But
was that the Takashi Miike era?
Takashi Mike,
Takashi Mikey,
Takashi 6ix9ine. No, that's someone else.
Takashi Miike.
No, but it's Suicide Club's like all these kids have a pact to kill themselves, and they all do it. And so it's just a whole movie of groups of kids walking up to buildings and jumping off, or like jumping in front of trains and shit.
I think I heard of it. I just never saw it.
But he also did a movie called Anti-Porno, which is just awful.
Anti-Porno
in 2016.
Is it about anti-porno, or is that just a fake title? You never saw it?
I do not know. Oh, we got a comment already on the live stream.
That's another
FYI.
Ukrainian bot right there.
Yeah, they love us.
Don't invade me, please.
Okay. The reason I bring up the director right now is because I started to watch the behind the scenes on the Blu-ray.
Oh, Christ.
And it was nothing, because it was only 8 minutes. I'm like, fuck it. I watched about 3 of it because all they're doing is going, that director's like, Sono is so visually interesting. And Nick Cage is like, he wrote in like so much drama and character development. I'm like, was there a whole other movie that they cut out of the movie I watched? Because I got no character development. I got nothing. I couldn't even. This was an infuriating watch. I hated it. I hated the movie.
Yeah.
In a way that
I told you
something in a while.
I told you.
And Cage is the worst part of the movie.
Oh, he's horrible.
Everything else is better than Cage's in this movie.
Yeah, he's just there.
He's just there. His ball gets blown up, and he pulls it out.
I will karate chop you.
I did laugh when he said that.
Well, I laughed too. I laughed when his ball blew off because that was just funny. He goes, "Ay, oh!" Did you have that clip? Do you have that clip?
I can play it
because I think people don't understand how awful like that. That's the movie in a microcosm is him having his testicle blown off. I feel like that's what the audience is going through.
Well, let's set up why his ball gets blown off.
Well, because they're ripping off Escape from New York.
They're not ripping off anything. What are you talking about?
They're ripping off everything.
No.
Well, I see what you did there.
Let's just say that I was gathering clips beforehand, and let's play those. But I just want to say he robbed a bank in the beginning, and it's clear that the guy he robbed the bank with shot all these people. That's very obvious from the beginning. And then
Nick Cassavetes.
Oh my God, was that him?
That was Nick Cassavetes.
I didn't even recognize him.
That's why I think he had makeup. I hope
he looks very different.
He looks bad, but that has to be makeup. Like,
we talked about him being in this, and I didn't even think about it.
That's the only character he could be. That's Nick Cassavetes.
No.
Yeah, he's Psycho. That's the character's name was Psycho.
Yeah, that's him.
Yeah. Wow. And he's also 8 feet tall because there's that scene where he's towering over Nick Cage, and I assume that's a joke. Like that's just, and I guess that's the cursed part because he tells him, "Hey man, I'll let you go. You killed children. You killed too many kids.
Yeah,
we had fun though. That's right, we did. But you're a psycho. That's my name."
Let's focus.
Sorry.
He robs the bank. It cuts to later. I didn't realize it was 15, 20 years later.
That's the big,
He looks the exact same.
Yes, exactly.
He's in a prison in like sumo underwear.
Yes.
He gets taken out. Yes. All these people, all these weirdos in the street are laughing at him and screaming, "Show me your balls!" And he kicks the ball at her. And I was like,
how great was the first guy that saw him? Fuck you, motherfucker!
Cocksucking motherfucker.
That's right, cocksucker motherfucker.
Flip it for real.
He's doing an American accent though.
Yeah.
He's trying. It's hilarious. I was like, that's when I knew this movie was bad. Yeah. That's that moment where I'm just like, oh Christ, no.
But it never gets bad in a fun way.
No, it's just boring.
The plot starts. Oh, there's also a scene where Sofia Boutella and a couple other girls escape some whorehouse.
Sure, yeah. It's the street that they're on. It's the main street of the set.
Yes,
That
they're
were
on this
they used that
weird, wacky street.
They used that all the movie. They really felt proud about that set.
And God bless them.
We're gonna use that fucking set.
Oh.
God damn it, we built it. We're gonna use it every angle.
If you build it, Cage will come.
And he will come.
Not after he moves the ball, but anyway.
I lost Jessica in this movie.
They decide. Sorry, Bill Moseley decides he's going to get Cage, put him in like a weird bodysuit thing that has bombs everywhere, and you're going to go get Sofia Boutella because I love her. You go get her.
And it's a rubber suit, by the way.
Yeah,
and he makes a point to say, "I love rubber."
I have a clip right here for it of that scene.
Two microscopic capsules lodged in your arteries. They're already starting to dissolve. In 22 hours, the cores will completely dissolve. Inside the cores are a heat-sensing charge. Not a large explosive, about the size of a pinhead. Just big enough to open up both your arteries.
Sorry, wrong clip.
That's a better explanation.
I think it's this
reason for the movie.
It's got to be this one.
Which one of you assholes gets to die trying to stick me?
You don't understand. It's already in you.
Your countdown clock is now activated.
Designer viruses, Pliskin. Wave of the future. Right now, you've got less than 10 hours to live.
It's already moving through your bloodstream.
It
gets done quick, doesn't she?
It's weird. It must be this one.
You attempt to remove or alter in any way this magnificent wardrobe. Well, I think you get the idea, son.
What is this?
Each bulb on that colorful display indicates the passing of 24 hours. At the conclusion of 3 days, Bernice must speak her name into the spectrogram's microphone.
Oh, sorry.
I don't like rewatching scenes from that movie.
Oh my God. This keeps going.
It's like PTSD. It's like, oh God, no!
And here's the thing we can do. And then the rest of the movie happens, and it's all weirdos and Cage passing out and all the time. I lost track of how many times he fell over, passed out. I can't remember. It's like 7 or 8.
Well, I think the best part of the movie is what happens literally 2 minutes after that moment where he gets in the car, stops the car, and rides the bicycle out of town, which there's no fucking point because the guy drives the car to him anyway and he gets in it. There's no reason for it, and it's stupid, but it's so awkward. You're like, what is this? Why? Why is this here? It's so stupid. Like, can we watch that scene? Can we put that on?
There's so many things where you're like, was that a joke?
It's
like I genuinely didn't know.
Is this a mistranslation between Japanese written script and English?
Well, here's a scene I have up here. I just want to show it before I move on because I'll have to rewind.
Oh, this scene.
There's a scene where the people live in a junkyard, and then they have to stop a clock from moving because otherwise it'll make the van blow up again or something. Whatever the fuck they're doing. And then they're telling a story of what happened. It's like a prison truck hit something with waste in it, and it turned everyone radioactive. And
yes.
Is that the whole world? Is it just this little area?
It's just the Ghostland, because this is the Ghostland. And they're all prisoners of the Ghostland because Psycho, Nick Cassavetes, Nick Cage's partner, is the guy that was in the prison bus.
Yeah.
And he's kind of the leader of the weirdos, I guess, because we see that later. And then Nick Cage basically says, you can go away now. And he says, okay. And then he just disappears. And that's the end of the curse for everybody in Ghostland.
If you want the story done better, watch Mad Max Fury Road.
Yeah, watch Mad Max Fury Road and just don't watch anything Nick Cage ever does from now on.
Well, then you miss out on Pig.
Well, that's the one in every 5-year performance.
Yes. Yeah.
So
it's a tricky thing. And it says in the front, a quote from Nick Cage, the wildest movie I've ever made.
That's a lie.
The movie itself is pretty wild. Like visually, the story is boring.
What story?
Boring.
But the worst part is like they have that whole moment where, because you say like the only reason we know he was in prison for 20 years is because Sophia Botella has a scar on her thigh, and he realizes that's the scar caused by his bullet in the robbery that he got arrested for when she was a little girl, and they killed her mom, who was taking her out that day for shopping in the horse street. And this is the best part of the movie right here. And that's the only way we know it's been 20 years or whatever.
Yes. Other than that,
there's no
I thought
way.
it was like 4 days later.
Yeah, I had no clue.
Because they don't tell you.
No.
Nothing in this movie's told to you. It's all, you're supposed to interpret everything.
I mean, again, it's show don't tell,
which I'm fine with.
But this is like, you got to tell us something.
Well, the thing with the show don't tell is when he saw Sophia Botella and then he passes out because his ball gets blown off, and he has that dream where she gets shot in the leg, and Bill Moseley in the flashback is stroking her hair. I go, oh, that's Sophia Botella.
Yeah,
I got it. Second one, and then it cuts to him, and he's like, "It's me. I did this to you. I'm so sorry." And I'm like, and then they say it twice more. They show the flashback, and I'm like, I already got it. Like,
yeah, right.
For once, you don't need to do this movie. I don't need to know what's going on. Spend more time. Tell me what the fuck Nick Cassavetes' character is, because I don't get that at all.
That one's left field, Nutville. I don't know what's going on.
It's The Purge meets Mad Max. That's what this movie felt like.
Is that a blow up doll on her knees on a fridge?
No, it's a mannequin.
Well, close. This is the best part of the movie.
He gives him this car to go find Sophia Botella, and he immediately gets in. I want to get one of those barber poles.
And this guy, no point to that character.
I want to talk extensively about that character.
There's Charlie Day. Here. There's Charlie Day.
This guy's singing and speaking in Japanese. It's so weird.
Do you think he's a guy that teaches English in Japan? That's how they got him?
Probably.
He's one of those weirdos. Like my brother who found his family and life there. There it is. No point. And they all like cheer him.
Wait! You cheap villainous maggot!
They're doing a cross between Japan, samurai, like feudal Japan, and cowboys, which has been done.
Yeah.
What's that? Something Western Django. What the fuck?
Well, yeah, because you have what weird the weird, or the good, the bad, and the weird. That's one of them. And then I think there's another, but this one has Josh Hartnett in it, and I think Kate Bosworth was in it, and I think it's not a bad movie. I don't see it. I never saw it, but I heard about it.
Sukiyaki Western Django.
That's another one.
That's one. That's the one. The first one that comes to my mind.
There's a few of them. I think Cowboy Bebop, in a way, is kind of it's anime, but it counts.
Well, they're making movies about it, and John Cho's in it now. But yeah, and I get the fact that like Western movies were kind of the Akira Kurosawa samurai movies. They just literally remade them for Fistful of Dollars and the Sanjuro and the Yojimbo, and it's all remakes.
Yes.
But to go back the other way and bring the cowboy life to Japan is just confusing to me. It's very strange. It's like if French cinema got really like big in the Eskimos, and then suddenly they had Eskimos in France, and you're like, what? Hi.
I'm sorry.
Why?
We can't use that term anymore. It's Inuit, please.
It's like, I can't figure out how Mexican music has the accordion. It's like, why the German instrument?
Because there's German Mexicans.
I know, but
they all escaped during World War II.
All of their music.
It's all the Nazis came to Mexico and brought their instruments over, and they loved it.
So
they were like, listen, senor, you killed all the Jews, but your music is just lovely. They can't let you go. Thank you. Thank you, Pedro, for your stay.
You go to a place without any Jews. They nailed it. Mexico and South America. But I digress. Where are we with the plot? Oh, sorry, the character who has I don't want to say negative character development. I would say he is a flat line, but everything else surrounding him is informing what his character development should be. That character who brings him the car.
Yeah.
He's working for the governor, Bill Moseley's character, who runs everything. He works for him. There's a scene where his sister is in the brothel and she's like, "You're only working for him so he'll let me go, but he's never going to let me go. So why are you working for him?" And he's like, you can tell he's like thoughtful in that scene. And then he still fights Nick Cage later and gets killed. And it's like, what was any of that? Why just have him be a bad guy? I don't.
But then he kills everybody that attacks Nick Cage, though.
That's because Nick Cage made him.
Right? Yeah.
He was
yeah.
like,
Well,
nicking his sword, hit the other guy.
Well, no. Even before that, he kills random people who are just in town trying to, screw with the whores. He's like the enforcer, and they have that random scene from a samurai movie in a Western whorehouse, and it's like, huh? And it's not even that gory. That's the other part. Like, usually these movies are so super gory. This one tries to be, and there's moments where like they go, "Shah!" and there's like a white canvas, and he goes,
yeah.
And he's like, "Oh, that's it." It's just like, that's boring.
It's
so lazy.
Sofia Boutella cuts the guy's head, his throat, and it's like coming out of here. I'm like,
right, yeah. It's like,
why? But they spent all their money on this shit. Like,
yeah.
First thing he sees when he leaves Bill Moseley is this.
Yeah.
And there's all these people, and then he sees
the rat people.
He sees Nick Cassavetes and he tries to run into him, and he crashes, and he gets taken to the trash people, who are
the Rat Man.
Rat Man and the Rat People. Great band. But did they not sound like they're trying to sound like the bullies from Back to the Future Part 2?
Yes and
no. They all sound like this.
Yeah. So, well, they also sound like they sound like the Wheelers from Return to Oz. It's kind of like a mixture. So I'm kind of wondering if that's what they're going for, like this wacky. It's just like, okay.
You just remind me of the Back to the Future 2.
No, you're not wrong.
You know something? You people are all fucking nuts.
See?
What brings you?
Okay.
And he's not even delivering. That's such a lazy delivery. Yes. He's just boring. It's like when we watched The Stand and Randall Flagg was boring. This is Nick Cage being Randall Flagg boring.
Yes. I guess all of my questions are in this shot right here. Okay. Who is this guy?
I don't know.
Why does he have so many lines of dialogue?
I don't know.
And then one of these Rat Man is somewhere. He must be off screen by now.
He's off screen, yeah.
He just ran away. And then there's this lady who like runs this theater program they have here.
She's in the Island of Dr. Moreau cosplayers. Yeah. They're all dressed up as Marlon Brando.
I think there his legs right here because I don't see him in the shot. But he runs the clock program, like cheering him on. And then, I have a scene of that guy where because the theory is if the clock stops,
time ends or something.
Time ends because it'll blow up.
Right.
But it's like this weird religious cult. It felt like. Turns out it was real because the clock blew up and the model fell over. So I don't know.
The set blew up real good. Yeah, it blew up.
Yeah. But I have a scene here of that guy screaming out on the steps about what they're doing. Let me play that right now.
All right, pussy, 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 come on in, pussy lovers. Try and be pussy for a penny. If you can find cheaper pussy anywhere, fuck it. If I'm not moving, I'm going to wrong again. Keep that wrong moving.
Shit, sorry.
You're just clip savvy today. We're gonna get in trouble. None of this is gonna air.
Shit keeps adding. I don't know. Things keep popping up. It's like I put a reference filter on my clips, and I think it's just pulling whatever that looks like.
They're very well done. They're very to the point.
Yeah, very
pussy.
That's why I was a teeny bit late.
Okay,
rambling.
No, that's good. Good for the show.
Yeah.
Not for the lawsuit.
Oh,
The
speaking
impending
of,
lawsuits.
here's another clip that is reference to what you just said.
I want you to fuck me, Larry.
Hey, she's
On the
back.
stand.
Yeah, it's very good.
Yeah.
Very good.
This is, it's funny you mentioned The Stand, because I was going to say earlier, it feels like this world is trying to be a Mad Max. Unfortunately, it's in The Stand 2020.
Yeah.
Dystopian future / apocalyptic future, whatever you want to call it. So it's boring and weird and doesn't tie together.
No.
But you see what I mean? Like, it's visually interesting. Like, we cut to
Yeah.
like, I'll fast forward to here.
No.
Like, what the fuck is this? These
Sure. And then it's interesting, but again, it's like anybody can make a movie. This is what this movie taught me. If you got wacky stuff in the background and a big set, and you just put the camera anywhere, it's going to work, and people are going to be fans of it because it's so weird and different, even though it sucks.
It feels like he wrote down. He gave his child a journal, and he would go into his bedroom every night or in the morning and go, "All right, what did you dream about? Fucking trash men with like barbed wire wings. Okay, cool. Yeah. They have to pull the clock, otherwise time moves. Okay, yeah." And he's just like filming it.
Yeah, that's pretty much what it is.
And none of it makes any sense. It's visually interesting looking, but it's basically moving art. But the problem is, it's a movie. You have to have a story that I give a shit about, or I can follow.
Right. It's just a basic plot. Well, I mean, it does have a basic plot, but that's as far as the only plot in this movie is you're Nick Cage, you're going to go find this girl that ran away, and that's the plot. That's it. Nothing else even makes any sense.
Oh,
there you go. This part, this was annoying.
Sophia Botella. He goes here.
She lost her voice.
This stupid fucking hipster dude put these mannequin parts over their faces because they're trying to hide there, and he peels them off and finds her, puts her on a wheelbarrow, takes her out. I just don't know.
Ugh.
Kiss of the Dick, Ghostland. Oh, both the movies that we're doing.
Yeah, yes, I did. I put both movies together just to save on time.
I wish you'd have said Kiss of the Dick.
Kiss of the Dick. You need to have an acronym. Kiss of the Dick. KTK. I like that. Or KTD.
That's in our next episode.
Sorry.
Right after this in the live stream, we're talking about Kiss of Death. It'll be on the next video.
Much better movie. A much better movie. Even with David Caruso's stench.
We'll talk about that.
This is what David Caruso should have done in life, is a movie like this. And Nick Cage should have been doing like Marvel movies. Thank you, Lucia Carnet, for that insight that I don't know what it means.
We got fans. Can't understand what they're saying, but come on, to all of our fans.
I want you to fuck me.
I want you to fuck me. Oh, this movie. Oh my God, this movie. I'm at a loss for words, but at the same time, I want to say so much. And I'm trying to figure out the accurate amount, I should say. And
I watched this late at night. It was like 10 o'clock when I think it was about 10 o'clock when I started watching it. I was just like, you know what? If I stop and go to sleep, I'll never put this movie back on. So I'm going to finish it and just watch it, go to the end. It's only 90 minutes. I can do it. And it's barely that. I think it's only like 85. Was it?
Yeah.
Oh, it felt, it wasn't that. I mean, it felt longer.
102, sorry.
Yeah, I don't know. Huh. But yeah, no, it's just, I don't know. It's one of those disappointments because you think, oh yeah, it's going to be so much fun. You know, it's Nick Cage being crazy Nick Cage, like Mandy. It's Mandy Cage. Ooh, and then it's what? Stop it, Zoto. You're not real. Stop it.
All these Russian bots.
Stop.
It's an attempt to do Mandy again. But the problem is Mandy was super interesting and very well done.
Yes.
And Cage wasn't crazy Cage for most of it. He had a character.
Right.
Cared.
Yeah.
And then he went crazy in a couple scenes.
No.
Problem with this movie, it's the neither here nor there effect of Nick Cage.
Yes.
Same thing with Willy Wonderland.
Yes.
They promise this crazy script with crazy things happening and crazy visuals, and Cage is gonna be crazy. Willy's Wonderland, he did not speak. He beat up robots and he didn't emote at all.
Yeah.
And then he just drove out of the fucking movie, never to be seen again. And this one, he wants to be Snake Plissken in the beginning.
Yes.
He's trying to do the dialogue, and he's trying to be like I'm a quirky dude. And none of it ties together, and the rest of the movie doesn't have any meaningful lines or any shared scenes that did he even talk to Sofia Boutella again in the rest of the movie?
Not really, because they separate and they never get back together because she's in her own
the
movie
very
at that
end.
point. Yeah, it's like
But I
she's
don't
in her
think he
own
even
movie.
says anything there.
No, but because she says, because they blow up, and then she goes and tries to talk in the voice box thing, and she's going, "I'm Valerie," whatever her name was. What was her name? Valerie, or what was it?
Bernice.
Bernice, yes. My name is Bernice. We can't read you. We can't read you. My name is Bernice. Like she said, they make a point. She has to find her voice. She lost her voice. She doesn't want to be who she was. And it's just like, okay, fuck you. This movie sucks. It's so annoying.
I can't believe it's Nick Cassavetes.
Nick Cassavetes.
He looks so different.
Yeah, I mean, he looks bad. It's just, it's that makeup, though. It's got to be makeup.
It's got to be.
Because his eyes are too dark. It's like he's got heavy eye makeup on.
Look how dark it is out here than how bright it is in this bank.
This is a different set.
Bank City.
He got the blue fur bank in Bank City. This is my city, Bill Mosley.
When they do the visuals in the beginning and everything is one solid color and then they're all like orange. There's no shades of orange, just orange, yellow, blue, red, green. And it's annoying to look at. It reminds me of Ed Wood. Or sorry, not Ed Wood. Edward Scissorhands, the other one with Ed. Where the houses are
not far off.
You're like, It'd be weird if it reminded me of Ed Wood, the movie in black and white.
No, I mean just Ed Wood in general, just any of his movies. Plan Prisoners of Ghostland. Oh, yes. You must go to the Prisoners of Ghostland and find Bernice. I've lost her. And he's just reading the script, basically.
The Rams are headed to the Super Bowl. Rams and Bengals. Fun.
Sorry, my earphones detached.
Rams and Bengals Super Bowl.
Yeah. Is it over? Did Rams win?
Yeah.
Oh, they did win.
I just got a notification.
Oh, shit. So 49ers blew it. There goes the NFL's idea of having that 40-year anniversary game.
Yeah.
I think more people will probably watch this one, though, because the Rams are pretty big. And
they're playing in L.A. That's so unfair to the Bengals, who already have like this insane uphill battle.
Yeah. Well, that means that they'll probably win.
It's fucked up that there's more drama in the 3 seconds of football that we talked right there than there is in this entire 102-minute movie.
Yeah. That's just how it works sometimes. It's fucking awful.
Other than the visuals and the music wasn't bad. Music's fine.
I couldn't even tell you what the music. I couldn't.
It's
even
just a lot of like Western music.
Sure.
But it's fine. It's not great. I wasn't blown away, but I was like, it's fine. It's passable. But like literally anything else, I couldn't stand.
Yeah.
I just wanted it to be over. And I can't believe how long it is, how long it feels. It's a long time to not know what's happening is the problem.
And then the worst part is, like, toward the end of the movie, and I still don't know how that happened. Does Nick Cage, his arm blows off, and then he has a sword in his arm instead of, he has a sword arm?
Yes.
That comes out of nowhere. I'm like, oh, did he grow it? Was that a thing? Or because at that point I didn't question anything anymore. I just was like, fuck it, whatever, this movie.
So at this point, his ball has blown out.
We still need to see that.
Which he would have bled to death.
Yes,
his arm is blown up because they attack him and he starts to punch people, which is apparently one of them's a woman. and so his arm blows up. But
no,
it's
I think he punches Bernice accidentally.
no,
That's because
it doesn't blow up like his arm's off. It just like
No.
severs some. Like it would be enough to damage it forever.
Right.
So, but then he bandages it, and then when he does his out of nowhere, he's suddenly just like, "We gotta go fight the governor. Who's with me?" And you're like, "Why is this the movie now? This was not set up at all."
I remember.
You start calling him hero, and I'm like, he's a hero just because he didn't die.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
so
is this before or after he defeated Nick Cassavetes in that weird standoff where it was like he sends the ghost, the weird cursed. So he's a hero because he sent Nick Cassavetes away. Look at that. There it is. There he is. And that helmet is so silly.
So I guess it's before.
Yeah.
So why are they calling him hero if before anything happens? I didn't understand anything with Nick Cassavetes' character. Not one thing other than he was on that prison bus. That's all I understood. Other than that, he just seemed like a random person from The Purge that showed up.
Yeah.
I didn't get it.
Well,
and I don't want to.
Bad movie.
Here's the sad thing.
It's not even a fun bad movie.
I think it would be better on second viewing, but that'll never happen.
No, yeah, no.
I can see because I'm going to understand more, and therefore I'll be like, oh, okay.
I bet you $50 that does not happen.
Oh, I already said I'm not going to watch it. It's going to be a while.
I know, but I bet you're going to watch it 2 years later, and you're going to have the same problems. You're like, what the fuck? Why did I watch it again?
Well, you know how you watch a movie
anything,
and you're like the first time you're like impatient because you're like, "Where's this going? Where's this going?" And the second time you watch it, you're like, oh, "Okay, that's where." Now I'm not this going. Where's this? It's already answered. I already know. I can enjoy pick apart little things more.
Not this movie.
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
This movie doesn't have that. It doesn't have that clarity moment.
This cool.
No, not at all. He's wearing a jacket. It's a oneie. It's a one suit. It looks like he's wearing a coat.
No, it's the same thing.
Is it a oneie?
Yeah, if you look close. But
how smelly do you think that outfit was?
Oh, it's a garbage bag full of sweat.
It's a garbage bag full of Nick Cage smell.
Oh yeah,
Nick Cage hair,
noir, and beard.
But leavings, and he was in Japan, so he probably had some clean shits of seafood. Tuna shit.
Oh yeah.
Oh man.
He's eating like squid eye soup every day.
Oh, absolutely. That shit. Oh man, I love this place. I love going to Japan. And granted, I mean, I gotta give Cage credit because on the trivia page, this movie was supposed to be made X amount of time ago with a different cast, and then the director had a heart attack. And so
really?
Yeah, well, that's why. And it was going to be shot like in a different country. And so Nick Cage said, well, no. He's in Japan. Let's go shoot it in Japan where he lives so he doesn't have to travel. And we'll make this movie in Japan. But they had to get the whole new cast because I think originally
it was made in New York.
It says it was made in New York?
No, it was like the last frame of the movie is filmed in New York, Texas. Like they shot the whole thing in New York.
That's a lie.
Isn't that weird?
That did not happen.
Well,
it says here that they shot in Japan.
They're all like weird. I don't know if the whole thing, but like I think all the exteriors are in. I don't know.
I don't know either. I have no idea.
Nothing looked like Japan. It just looks like they hung up Japanese stuff. But
I don't know.
The cast sure feels like they went from the Japan.
Well, because
all the extras.
The original cast had to be rehired because they couldn't make the trip. So I guess everybody, like Imogene Poots, was supposed to be in it. She was the original Bernice, and somebody else was supposed to play Nick Cassavetes. I can't remember who. Hold on, let me look that up. Was
it
Nick
John Cassavetes?
Yes.
He looks more like John Cassavetes in this than Nick.
Yes, he does. Oh man,
it's crazy.
Nicolas Cage met his fifth wife during the shooting.
He just got married to an Asian girl
who was a waitress at a bar.
Who was she in this movie though?
No, she's not in the movie. She was a bar. She worked at a bar that he went to.
Oh, he did the waitress. He did the Matt Damon thing. Okay.
Yeah.
Hey.
So, that's what Nicolas Cage moved the movie from Mexico to Japan after Sion Sono suffered a heart attack.
Yeah. Think about this though. real quick before we move on and you read the rest. Think about Nick Cage. Him marrying a waitress is fine because think of all the other women he's married.
Yes.
Presley,
Yeah.
Lisa Marie Presley. So he's
Patricia
obsessed with
Arquette.
Elvis in real life.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So
Absolutely.
that must have been a dream come true that he can come up inside. Patricia Arquette, another actress. He's married all the celebrities, so he's probably like, I just want a fucking waitress. I'm done. Like,
well, I think his other he had like another wife that was a waitress. I think on Leaving Las Vegas. In between, I think he had. Yeah, he usually dates normal women.
Can you not bring up Leaving Las Vegas during this review?
You start crying. So Imogene Poots and Ed Skrein. So Ed Skrein was supposed to be, I think, Nick Cassavetes' part.
Is that your phone?
Yeah, that was probably my phone.
It's like,
but
where that came from?
It's in your head, I swear.
Who's Ed Skrein?
He's the guy that was I think it's the guy that the bad guy from Deadpool. Let me double check that. The original Deadpool, the guy that played the
British dude?
Yeah, Ed Skrein, yeah. Ajax. He's the British guy. He was also in Alita Battle Angel.
I haven't seen it. I have Adam
Midway
deluxe set of Alita Battle Angel. I'll probably never watch it.
He loved that movie.
No,
it's okay.
I started to watch
it.
Okay. I turn it on cable and I'm like, because I know Adam's obsessed with it. This is when Adam was still alive. I'm like, I'm gonna talk about it with him. And I watched like 5 minutes and I'm like, anything else? All right.
Yeah.
It's just not for me.
Ed Skrein was famous for basically being in a season of Game of Thrones. He played a major Ed Skrein.
Ed Sheeran.
Ed Sheeran was also in Game of Thrones as a cameo. He was. Yeah, exactly. But Ed Skrein, I guess that's his name. He was the original Khaleesi lover, and then he became a bigger star. He's like, well, fuck this show. I'm gonna go do movies, and he left. They had to recast that part. So good for him. He just didn't give a shit. And now he dodged a bullet that was the ghosts of the prisoners of Ghostland.
Keeps lucking out of shit.
Yeah, he keeps just.
He's like, this show's going to hell. I'm out.
Yeah.
Bye. Oh, prisoners of Ghostland. Yeah. Oh, he had a heart attack. All right, bye.
Yeah. Oh, I got her.
Yeah,
I want to try to do another MCU movie.
It's funny. I was just thinking of Imogene Poots anyway the other day because I think I brought this movie up before, but it's a good thing she's not in this because she did a movie I really, really liked that you probably think is okay, and most people will probably think or don't like it, is The Art of Self-Defense. I fucking love that movie. It was so much fun.
Imogene Poots?
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember who Imogene Poots is.
Imogen Poots, pointy face. She's a good actress. She works with Jesse Eisenberg a lot apparently because he's in that movie, and they also did that.
Oh, she went in Verum or whatever, Verum or Verum that went on Amazon.
It sounds like you're describing like an Amway product that you sell.
Well, it's kind of the same idea. I think it was like a science fiction, like dystopian movie or something.
She's in that sci-fi movie about Vivarium.
That's what you said.
You said that's what I'm
said. Vivarium or Vivarium or something.
Yeah, we're talking about. I just remember what it was called.
Yeah,
that's the movie I was talking about.
Yeah, Amway.
That it really does sound like it, but they're stuck in like a suburban hell, or I guess in this case, not hell. Okay, yeah. I'm actually glad we talked about that because I was thinking about this movie. Here's what I thought was going to happen and what it meant. I thought because he starts having flashbacks and it's all tying together, with the bank robbery, and they keep showing that. I thought in the time stopping and they're holding the clock hammer, minutes back. Dick, are you ready for this? Here's what I thought was going to happen. And I would have respected this movie more. This was all in his head, this entire world. While he was dying slowly and
as the cops are shooting him
first they shoot his ball, then they shoot his arm.
Yeah.
How he's getting hurt in the through the suit. And I thought that's how it was going to go because it was all leading to that in my mind. And I'm like, because why else is there a wacky fucking world now?
Right.
And it's just full of these batshit crazy characters. It felt like it was all in his head. And that would have been the only excuse for me for any of this to exist. Kind of like what's that Ewan McGregor movie where he's dead on the side of the
Lifeless Ordinary?
No. There's one where he's on the side of the road and he's dying and he's like
Attack of the Clones.
No, that's his life.
Oh.
Who the fuck else is in that? Oh my god. But anyway, there's a movie where he's like dying and he's hearing these voices and like the paramedics are playing roles in his fantasy.
I think I Awake.
It's okay.
Stay or something. Stay. Yeah, Stay.
I knew it was a really simple
that's what it was
title,
about.
It showed so generic. Not a bad movie, but it was like, oh yeah, this is clearly leading to this at some point. And I thought this is where this is going to go.
You know, Ewan McGregor's in trouble when he's doing the Obi-Wan Kenobi show.
Oh yeah,
because he got a bad divorce and he is in trouble.
We call
financially trouble.
He's in Russell Crowe'sburg. That's what we call that.
Russell Crowe'sburg.
That's when you see Russell Crowe showing up as fucking Dr. Frankenstein.
Yeah, exactly.
Or no, he was
Dr. Hyde. He was Mr.
Yeah, he was
Jekyll.
Dr. Hyde. Even worse.
Mr. Jekyll, Dr. Hyde, Mr. Jekyll. Yeah.
Do you know? I have so many thoughts at once right now. Okay, let me write this down and then we'll finish talking about what I was saying. Okay, so I thought it was going to be all in his head, and this is like a Dante's Inferno, and each level was like here's my Inferno, here's my Purgatory, here's my Paradise. I thought he was going through the layers of hell because each time he went to a different town, it looked very different, and I thought they were doing something about that. Turns out, no, it was all taken at face value. It was real, which I find far less interesting.
Yeah.
Because there's those angels, and they're dancing around in the white, and then there's the bats of hell, and there's like those guys, the rat people. It just seemed like it was perfect setup for that, like a weird allegory of the Divine Comedy or something like that.
Right.
And just none of it played out, and I was like, oh, so it was just all what happened, and that is so uninteresting to me. But I do want to say, speaking of Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde, you know who's playing Dracula?
Ethan Hawke?
No.
Oh.
So they're continuing doing let me pull it up.
No, they can't. It was a failure. It was all a miserable failure.
But they are doing a Reinfeld movie.
Oh, I heard about that. It's Nicholas Hoult, isn't it?
Oh, there's a couple of Nicholases in this, my friend.
That's right, Nick Cage. That's right. You're right. Nick Cage, Nick Holt.
Nicolas Cage as Dracula.
That's right.
Ryan Awkwafina as Rebecca Quincy.
Huh?
Ben Schwartz. I haven't seen Ben Schwartz in a while.
Awkwafina's in it?
I like Awkwafina.
Oh my God. I gotta stop Dracula.
She sounds like she sounds like she sucked the voice out of Nick Nolte a little bit.
Yeah, pretty much. I saw his soul.
I like Awkwafina, but
Awkwafina's fun. I mean, she was the best part of Chung-Chi or whatever.
Oh yeah, the Legend of the 10.
The Legend
Savior
of the
Rings.
Ben Kingsley.
The Legend, yeah.
I thought that was the best part too.
Especially at the end when he's on the ground, acting like he was a part of it the whole time.
Yeah,
that movie was okay.
No,
everyone was like, "It's the best Marvel." I'm like, "It's fine.
It's fine." Yeah,
Eternals did nothing for me.
I still haven't watched it. I have no interest. I just don't care. I really just don't care. I know. I mean, I know what happens. I've seen all the clips and stuff. I was like, I don't care.
It was the Power Rangers joining the MCU. I described it as that, and it feels like you watched a summary of season 1 of a CW superhero show.
Yeah.
And you're like, wait, who? Oh, no, that was just a movie. You don't get any more. But you never know. This also feels like that a little bit, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Doesn't it feel like we watched a season of a show and fast forward?
Pretty much.
This movie is very lofty with its goals and could not follow up on any of it.
Well, I don't even know if they tried, It's just like... I get what they're like. Okay, yes, be a goofy, artsy fun. Oh, it's a crazy Nick Cage movie, but it's like it's so bland and boring. And I mean, it's like try if you're going to go full Megillah, go full Megillah. I feel like they're kind of holding back in some scenes. It's just like, well, if you guys are going to go fucking full, like that one scene where the girl takes her top off and you see titty. like briefly.
Why?
It's just like, well, if you're gonna do that, just have everybody get naked. Like, just show nudity. Go all
Caligula.
Yeah, just go fucking nuts. Because it doesn't matter. The movie sucks. Like, there's nothing. They just go for broke. If you're gonna go all the way, go all the way. And if you're gonna half-ass it, it's not gonna make any sense. Like, just be so stupid and crazy. Give Nick Cassavetes a 5-foot dick. Just hanging out of his pants.
And it just drags in the dirt.
It drags in the dirt. Just something like insane.
And his followers literally follow his dick tracks.
Exactly, because they're all on fours anyway. That one scene where they're all crawling all fours.
What was that?
Like, that was actually the best shot in the movie because that was like weird. Then I was like, well, that's kind of interesting. And then just done. It's like it cuts to him going knocked off, you know? And it's just like, what?
Oh, there's this comedic scene. Oh, God. All right, let's rewind a bit here. I think I might have to pause this a few times because it's hard to get the timing right, but here we go. The great ball scene.
Yeah. And that's obviously not Nick Cage because he's in a helmet.
Punch him in the balls, kick him in the balls.
Ring a ding ding.
You get a literal ring, and then the comedy starts.
Hi, man. Yeah, this is the best part of the movie.
It is because I laughed. I felt I had an emotion.
Because when his ball gets blown off, he doesn't do that. When the ball blows off, it's like what is that?
Oh.
Like he goes like
then,
owie owie owie. It's like man.
It reminded me of the scene in Hot Shots Part 2 in the beginning when he's fighting and he's like, right.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, his balls.
You win. And then he falls down.
You win.
Oh wow.
All right, and then Bill Moseley runs through Oronishi's backyard and from Kill Bill. Look at this.
Yeah, I know, right?
Look at this
again. Yeah, it's like if you're gonna go full on, and then they go, "Fuck you, governor," to take all his money.
You don't have any money.
Fuck you, little dick. Oh, it's like what the fuck? What now? What's going on?
And then he his other girl who has mental problems because at one point she pulls out a robot toy and she's like, "You'll find her." Yeah. And she's like, "Oh," and he's like, "Get in the fucking car. Shut up." He chases her down and he's like begging her, like, "I love you. Come on, granddaughter." And she's like crawling through an alleyway. And I'm like, there are so many mixed things happening right now, and none of it adds up.
Yeah.
And it reminds me with Bill Moseley in it. It reminds me of a Rob Zombie movie where like the tones are all
little
over
bit,
the place,
yeah,
not matching up. Only the problem is he's the best part of the Rob Zombie movies, Bill Moseley.
But Rob Zombie goes full Megillah.
He does.
Like he'll put in the nudity, he'll put in the graphic violence and the awful dialogue that's just terrible. Every time the dialogue is awful. It's just he can't write dialogue for shit. It's just I like Rob Zombie's visuals.
Yeah.
I just don't think he should write his scripts. Someone else should write his dialogue. Just if Rob Zombie would direct a movie that he doesn't write, I think it'd be great.
Really, like, Rob, you're a fascinating man and you're funny. Why can't you write?
Yeah, just don't write anymore. Just ignore the writing. Just, you know what? You have fun with your wife. Go look at her ass another 10 times and take pictures of her ass. We don't need to
see it anymore.
We're done with it. It's fine.
It wasn't fine to begin with, but it happened. So let's just move on. Though.
I know you're proud of her, and it's very sweet of you. It's very loving.
Yeah.
You're a wonderful couple. You know, it's very sweet, but enough of her ass.
Yeah,
and let's
she's
move
getting
on.
to that point where she's 50.
And no more Meg Foster full frontal nudity. Please.
What movie was that?
Lords of Salem. But I think she was wearing
I didn't see it.
I think she was wearing a suit, but
still, I was the one.
It was like, ooh.
When we did our review of They Live, I was the one going, Meg Foster does nothing for me.
She used to be so hot.
I don't get it. I'm sorry.
She was pretty.
If you say so, I don't see it. I want to. She has striking eyes. You can't ignore that. But other than that,
you fuck her eyes. That's the whole point of Meg Foster.
The problem is you fuck an eye. It's done.
She's like Elijah Wood. You fuck the eyes, and that's all you do. You move on.
Okay.
That's pretty much
the problem.
I see that.
You got pretty eyes, and that's about it.
Yeah, there you
can't
go.
even see because the green screen
Ruins, yeah. I
Yeah.
don't see any pupils. It's just darkness. Ah!
What I'm trying to figure out what it looks like.
You the prisoner of the Ghostland. Oh, show his balls. Show your
All right, we're done.
balls.
We're done with this movie.
You're done? Yeah, I'm done. It's terrible.
I'll let you see the ball blowing out sequence.
Yeah, you gotta show that because that's the movie. That's the movie. Is the ball
right
exploding? It's in like the first 10 minutes.
No,
Or
it's
15.
not.
First 15 minutes.
It's the 40-minute mark.
Oh Christ! Is it really?
Here we go.
Yeah.
Oh man. That is this movie.
I'll play the rest in a second. I just want to pause because at one point in this movie, I go, I get why Nick Cage is in this movie. Why is Sofia Boutella in this movie?
Because she was available.
Why?
And wanted a free trip to Japan.
She's at a point in her career where she's ascending. She was in The Mummy and didn't suffer for it. That's incredible.
Yeah.
But she's still like getting better and better stuff. And then she takes this role. I don't understand.
Well, hey, she got to pay for her SAG voucher. And Eddie's holding his testicle.
Oh, they show it.
He caught it. It doesn't even look like a ball.
That is a massive testicle.
That's a big ball. That's a giant ball.
It looks like an eyeball.
It looks like an eyeball. Yeah, exactly.
I don't know. I'm trying to figure out how big my balls would be. Let me feel. I don't know how big they would be if I held one up on camera.
I know I have calcium buildup on my ball.
From all your MMA days or what?
Pretty much, yeah. All my fighting days are all
let's
done
stop showing the testicle. All right.
Copyright infringement on testicles.
No, it's just it's still up on the screen. I gotta. All right. All right, there it goes. All right, we're done. I gave it. Okay, rating it is really hard.
Yeah.
Because as much as I said I hate it, and it was really just a large section of it where I'm like, the beginning drove me crazy. And then at a certain point, I go, oh, I don't give a fuck. Whatever. And I started to enjoy it more. I stopped worrying about plot. And I felt my inhibitions go away. And I'm like, yeah, take advantage of me, movie. I don't care. Just do what you got to do.
Do what you want with me.
I'll recover from this. I know
Right.
I will. I have the mental fortitude to figure my life out after this.
So this is you being molested by an uncle, not a priest.
Yeah.
So it works out.
The first review on IMDb is a 5, and it says, really should have been more fun than it is.
I would agree.
And they gave it a 5. I gave it a 4. Although, with more time, I might go to 3.
I'm telling you, you're never going to watch this movie again. You shouldn't.
Probably will, if I'm being totally honest.
Man.
And I'm going to hate it just as much.
Yeah.
But at least I know where it's going, which is nowhere.
Oh, man. That's
the last
tough.
10 minutes I hated because it felt like, we got to wrap up. Just wrap all the storylines up. We're done. Bye. And and how many times he passed out and nobody did anything about it? He passed out for 3 days.
Yeah.
Worth of
and he was saved. He was saved by the rat people.
Yeah.
I saved your life, or whatever.
He passes out so many times.
Yeah,
there's one point where his ball gets blown up. He wakes up, he gets attacked, his arm blows up, and then suddenly they cut back, and it's him waking up, and Sofia Boutella is asleep too. I'm like, what the fuck happened?
Yeah, that's annoying.
I didn't even know they passed out then.
No. And whatever happened to the other girl? Remember she runs away with 2 girls, and we never see the other one?
Oh, I guess they got away.
I guess. And then
They
the other
give
one
a
gets
shit.
turned into a mannequin?
There might be 2 other Nick Cage guys out there with suits.
I
Find
hope
them.
so. See, now that would be a movie. That would be more interesting.
If one of them was like Robert De Niro.
Right, yeah, in his
Like-
bad coke divorce days, he got to pay for his coke habit and his divorces, so he's in this movie.
We got to get all the divorce people in here. Russell Crowe's going to do it.
Russell Crowe, Hugh McGregor.
Russell Crowe did his in style. He had a divorce auction. That was amazing.
And he did Unhinged, which is hilarious.
I watched part of that. And I was
Unhinged
like,
is just a funny movie. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I wish he would have killed the brother, though. He kills the girlfriend, but he doesn't kill the brother. He lights him on fire, but he doesn't finish it off.
I feel like you and I have very similar views on Russell Crowe.
Yes.
And most people are like, it's Russell Crowe. But I'm like, the man is amusing as hell.
No, he's funny.
And I haven't watched a lot of Russell Crowe movies, honestly.
He's good. He's a good actor. He's really
a really good actor.
He's very good. Everything he's in, he's enjoyable.
But
even the worst, like the shit movies, like my Good Year, a terrible movie about rich people. It's Ridley Scott's jerk off.
Is that the last movie he did with Ridley Scott?
I don't think so.
And that was
another
12 years ago.
Body of Lies was another one that they did together.
Yeah.
I think that was after My Good Year.
Ridley Scott, I don't give a shit.
Ridley Scott, I don't care. I guess the Last Duel's supposed to be good. It's on HBO Max.
I walked in the house the other day and my stepmom, or not stepmom, my mother-in-law was watching it. And I'm like,
oh,
nah, I'm good.
You didn't watch it?
No.
Well, what's funny is people put on their top 10 list, and then I read another critic that said this is the movie that reminds us that Ben Affleck and Matt Damon can never write a movie ever again. Because they wrote the script, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know why.
And so I don't know. It got good reviews, but then other people say it's so bad. So I don't know who to believe. And it's too long.
And I'm probably getting it confused with The Last Duel. What's it called? The Last Duel?
I think it's called The Last Duel.
And then The Wall.
That was the Chinese movie with Matt Damon. Where
That's
he was
probably
slumming.
They were watching The Last Duel, but I get them confused in my head. Where I'm like, white appropriation,
right?
Cultural. Okay, got it.
And the Mandalorian's in The Wall too. Pedro Pascal, he's in The Wall as well. So they have some kind of whatever he is in it. I don't know what he is. I think he's Puerto Rican or something. I don't know. He's some kind of middle America continent land dweller. I don't know.
I gave it a 4. What do you give it?
I gave it a 4.
Fair enough.
I think I agree.
It was visually interesting enough to keep it at a 4.
Yeah.
And honestly, story-wise, 1. Nick Cage. Okay, I do got to show those before we get out of here. Here's my rankings.
Yeah, so I wanted to see your rankings on this one. Wow, you put it above Pay the Ghost and Left Behind? Well, I guess that makes sense. Con Air, still.
My least favorite Nick Cage.
Your least favorite Cage is Con Air. Wow, you put it below. Wow. Okay.
And like number
35. Zandalay.
For which side?
On the quality of Cage.
Okay. So I put it low because he doesn't have anything to do in this, but he was so boring in Pay the Ghost and A Score to Settle and Left Behind. But at least he had some sort of character and something to do in Bangkok Dangerous. And
I would put Season of the Witch above this one in quality of movie.
No. Are you fucking kidding me? That's the same amount of bullshit story with none of the visual flair to it. At least this had something to look at.
Well, I see that. Okay. Yeah. I mean,
so out of 40, if you're listening to the podcast, just the audio. On the left, I have my quality of the movie. It's at number 32. On my right, quality of Cage is number 36. The movie is better than he is, and the movie is not that good.
I think that's agreeable.
Let's get out of here. Next episode, Kiss of Death.
BAD.
Oh, God. This is episode 40. We shall be back for episode 41. Until next time, in the meantime, I'm Phoenix West.
Dig it.
So long, citizens. So long, Cage. Here's our long outro.
Citizens of Wonderland, rejoice in the fact that we have covered another movie on the show. Go to liwstudios.com for more videos and podcasts. Subscribe to Loitering in Wonderland on YouTube. Search on Amazon for books by Richard Pierce. Until next time, and in the meantime, we are Phoenix West, Dick Dickett and Jansen Carlin. So long, citizens. All hail our glorious leader. Shut off the fucking show now.
No, Jansen.
Yeah, I was going to say no Jansen.
The end is like nobody's coming to save you. No prisoners, no ghosts. I don't know. I haven't seen the movie yet, but I made these. I assume they're both in them. Turns out they weren't.
No.
Or
Well,
were?
technically, the ghosts were psycho.
There you go.
I think it's not out of the question to say that Ghostland was appropriate title. But yeah, I'll never have to bring that movie up ever again.
Can't wait. Can't wait to never bring that movie up again.
I am done. I am forever, ever gone. It's forever over.
Let's get rid of all the. I'm deleting the files for that movie off here right now. I want to be goodbye background.
Fuck you, motherfucker! What was it? You should probably keep that bit though. When that guy goes, "Fuck you, cocksucker," or whatever it was.
All right. Let's change my background. Let's change my virtual background. Bam.
Now this one, Cokes is appropriate.
I'm gonna pull up a chair for this episode.
David Caruso's name of this movie is Jimmy, isn't it?
Well,
is it Jimmy?
Let's start the episode.
Okay.
His name is Jimmy.
There you
go. But unfortunately, hold on.
This is not a test. This is your emergency broadcast system announcing the commencement of the B-movie battle sanctioned by the government of Wonderland. Swear words of Class 4 and lower have been authorized for use during the show. All other swear words are restricted. Wonderland officials of ranking 10 have been granted immunity from the show and shall not be harmed. Commencing at the siren, any and all crime, including murder, will be legal for 1 continuous hour. Police, fire, and emergency medical services will be unavailable until the review concludes. Blessed be our Wonderland leaders in America, a nation reborn. B-movie battle is now in effect.
Hello, citizens. Welcome to the Cage Cast 41, Kiss of Death from 1995.
Why do I feel
Phoenix
that way
West.
every time? Dick Ticket. Ah! Every time.
This one doesn't have any green on it, so I can show it in its full glory.
That's an awful DVD case.
Right?
That's a horrible cover. The original poster is so much better in the background. That's such a better cover.
I love the fact that movies go through a phase where they have the original poster, they become cult classics, they get the artsy cover, and then they become a cheap fucking movie, and they get the one with all the poster, the heads on it.
Yeah, it's an odd
and then it's just that forever.
And this is a movie that no one, I mean, I feel like this one no one really talks about. This is kind of a forgotten movie.
Yeah.
And it's not a bad movie. It's a good movie. It's actually pretty solid.
It's fine.
It's just the one problem with it is David Caruso.
David Caruso is a problem with everything David Caruso
He
did.
ruins this movie.
He is so fucking boring. The man has zero charisma. He's a charisma vacuum. And he's in a movie with Nick Cage. A jacked Cage, if you will. And it just, it's so, oh, another comment. Oh, great. Yeah.
Yes, thank you, Vornog. It's a cookbook. We figured out the translations.
I'll let you take this plot, if you will.
Well, basically, it is a simple story of a man who used to be a car thief, and he used to jack cars, live the high life. He got busted. He did some time. He's out. He wants to be clean, and he wants to be basically a straight guy because he's married to Helen Hunt. He has a daughter, and then his loser cousin,
Michael
Rappaport, who I hate. I hate Michael Rappaport so much. You really hate him in this movie. He's such a scumbag. Comes in and says, "Oh, come on, you got to help us out, bro. You help us out. I need another driver." And apparently he can drive a truck. So I guess he could have been a trucker. Why doesn't he just do that for a living?
Doesn't he have a very similar role in Copland?
Rappaport?
Yeah, or is this
he's annoying in everything he's in.
He's the most New York person you'll ever meet.
And he's from Boston.
Figure that out.
I think he's Boston. Yeah, he's from Boston. Because he loves the Red Sox. Oh, yeah, what's up? Spike Lee called me yesterday.
No, he's from New York.
Is he?
Yeah.
And I thought he was a big Red Sox guy.
Oh, Rappaport moved to Los Angeles to try stand-up comedy following high school graduation.
Oh.
I love his IMDb. His top 4 movies: Deep Blue Sea, True Romance, Beautiful Girls, and The Sixth Day. That is all over the place.
Yeah.
All right, continue with the plot. I'm sorry.
That's fine. So he does the job for Rappaport. It's basically a fuck up, a botch job. The cops come on it, and Michael Rappaport runs away.
I'm only stopping because I want to make sure I understand the job correctly. He has to move $250,000 worth of stolen cars for his boss, Nick Cage, because the other guy showed up drunk, right?
Yeah, no, he's a wreck. He's a worthless shit, and they know that he's going to be worthless shit. So basically, he comes to cover for that guy because he won't drive because he's passed out. And that's the best part is when Nick Cage takes him and throws him out of the cab, and it looks like he really throws him. Like it looks like that guy really hits his head on the next car on the truck.
Exactly why I brought this up because I want to show that. Okay, so this is how they introduced Nick Cage.
It's a good stunt.
He's sitting there going, "I gotta." He's gonna kill me. This is what he did in my hand because I was $50. He thought I stole $50.
Got a half size difference in my shoes, and always got to put 3 insoles on the left so it fits like the right. Now when I see some shoes I want, I buy 2 pairs.
Too cool, Michael.
I'm talking like $300-$400.
Honey, I don't give a fuck about your shoes. Get me home in 2 hours.
Hey, Mr.
Get me home in 2 hours. Fuck you.
I swear this is a. Oh, what is his fucking name?
The guy from all the the background every Scorsese movie.
No, he looks like who's that handsome actor?
Oh, that's tough.
Is it Dermot Mulroney?
Oh, sure, yeah, he's handsome.
Yeah, it looks like him.
If he's Hispanic.
All right, here we go.
When you want to get back in, you let me know.
Oh, that's right. Chokes him out here.
This is our introduction to Nick Cage.
Yeah.
Spend time games with me.
Oh. Look at how cool David Caruso thinks he is.
Remove the fucking hand.
Look at David Caruso is awful. Like he's so unintimidating. It's just like
I'm so glad you're saying that because I watched this movie when it came out.
Yeah.
And I was watching it and I was sitting there going, I fucking hate I was 11 and I go, I hate this guy. I hate this man. And I could never figure out why.
Cage. Yeah. He's awful.
And then 10 years went by.
No.
Or however long it took for NCIS to come on the air, and he has those glasses and puns and stuff, and I go, this fucking guy, this is all I knew him from,
right?
And I go, that I know him, I knew his name by then, and I was like, how is he still working? He's awful. I rarely hate actors, and he's an actor I just can't stand. Like he's so boring. He's not attractive. He looks like a 40s actor. I think if he wasn't, for the fact that he's ginger, he would never get work. What's the movie where he's blonde? Oh man,
Caruso.
Was it Jade? That was the same.
Jade. It has to be Jade because this is when he left NYPD Blue because he thought he was a hot shot, and Jade and Kiss of Death both bombed out big time at the box office, and he basically had to go back to TV 5 years later for CSI.
He is okay. Or I thought he's in NCIS, but whatever. Those shows are all the same to me. Let's look at his IMDb real quick while we're on the subject.
Yeah.
CSI Miami, 2012, the last thing he did.
That's it. No, he'll never work again.
Good.
And he made
doesn't
enough
need to.
money.
Yeah,
No, he
he's
doesn't need
fine.
to. Yeah, he's done.
He's a guy that go, okay, give him $1 billion. I don't have to see his ass again. Get him the fuck out of here.
Pretty much, yeah.
Look at this. CSI.
Yep.
Session 9.
Good movie.
Good movie.
That was a good movie.
It wasn't great.
Yeah.
Again, he's the worst part of it, but it was fine.
It was an early, like pre-digital movie.
Yeah.
And it's not bad. It's like a no budget movie.
It could have been found footage, but they didn't do it that route, thankfully.
He's in Proof of Life.
Proof of Life.
I don't even remember him
Body
in Proof
Count.
of Life.
Jade. I think this is the movie where he's blonde.
Looks like it. Yeah. And isn't Jade William Friedkin?
Yes.
There you go. Linda Florentino, who also disappeared shortly after this movie.
Terrible.
Yeah.
No, she stuck around and did Men in Black and then disappeared.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, man.
1997, Linda Florentino disappeared. Oh, no, Dogma. 99?
Yeah,
It was
98.
Dogma? 98? Yeah. So, okay. 1998, Linda Florentino disappeared with Robert De Niro's dignity.
All three.
Because Robert De Niro has never been good since 1998.
With Ronin?
Ronin. I think that's his last great movie is Ronin. So I could be wrong. There might be a movie in 2000 that he was good in. I'm trying to remember, but I can't off the top of my head.
15 minutes?
Fuck you. That's a horrible movie.
That's another actor that disappeared, though. Just vanished.
Ed Burns.
Ed Burns.
Ed Helms.
He started the direct.
Yeah.
Him and Peter Berg, they just went to directing. Like, fuck this.
Well, I think he does TV. I think Peter Ed Harris. What's his name?
Edward Burns.
Edward Burns.
He does TV, and then Peter Berg does every patriotic movie with Mark Wahlberg, and that's all he ever does now.
Yeah.
But anyway, he's awful in this movie, David Caruso. We'll get
to the scene where he really shows how awful. Because I wanted to tell you why the worst is when he has the gun and he goes to the strip club at the end and he's doing that look, like he points the gun every time he points the gun at somebody. He's doing that. I'm so cool. Don't make me kill you, man. Like that look he gives is so bad. But we'll get to that later. That's toward the end of the movie.
If you're in the 90s and you want to cast a ginger, go call Eric Stoltz. Do not call David Caruso.
Yeah, poor Eric Stoltz. He could have been all over this movie.
This would have been much better. Eric Stoltz movie.
Yeah.
He gets replaced like in this and then Back to the Future. The motherfucker can't hold a job.
Well, I mean, granted, he would have been a terrible Marty McFly.
I know, but
do you watch did you ever see the behind the scenes of why he was asked to leave?
We could do a Back to the Future 4 right now. We can't do that with Michael J. Fox. So
sure you can. It's called it put his face on somebody's another acting body.
Like a big John Cena's body.
They can do it. They can totally do it. Hey, Doc. And it's some other actor. David Spade.
It's got to be badly put on too.
Yeah, deep fake Michael J. Fox's face over David Spade's body, and you could do Back to the Future 4.
Tom Holland would be perfect. He can do all the stunts.
Oh my God, you're right.
Tom Holland's body.
Okay, you got a better ass than Brie Larson, that's for sure.
If people make gifs about this show, that would be perfect. Tom Holland's body. Holland's body.
Well, no, you ever saw that picture or the internet meme where it was Captain Marvel's ass and it was terrible? He had a pancake ass, and then Tom Holland's ass was like firm and nice.
Captain Marvel or Captain America?
Captain Marvel. Brie Larson.
Oh, okay.
She has no ass.
Yeah.
And then Tom Holland has like a wonderful ass.
He does.
He's got a nice ass. He worked out for that ass. He does a lot of he does a lot of squats with Zendaya.
I watched that Naomi Watts movie with the hurricane or whatever, the tsunami.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, baby Tom Holland plays her son.
Yeah.
He's really good in it. What the fuck? The Impossible or something like that?
Oh, it was the Naomi Watts movie about the flood.
I just said all of that. Yeah.
Yeah, but you're right. It's called The Impossible.
The tsunami.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, that's correct. You're right. I agree.
Yeah, he was great in it, though.
I know he was in it. I never saw that movie.
It's her husband is Ewan McGregor.
Oh my God! Full circle.
Yeah.
This is back before he was divorced and making movies to support himself and his family.
Yeah. Anyway, The cops pull over the trucks. Samuel L. Jackson is one of the cops. This is where I get very, very confused because the drunk guy wakes up in the car in the seat next to him. The cops are outside the door. And Dick, didn't it seem like Caruso clearly put up his hand to save Samuel L. Jackson's life?
Yeah, no, he goes no, and he blocks
Yeah.
it.
And it's never mentioned or brought up or anything.
Well, he brings it up. He says, "I took the bullet that you got too."
No, all he says is, "I took the same bullet you did."
Yeah.
He doesn't say, "I did that to save your life," which he clearly did. And here comes.
Who took my goddamn money? You gonna step down that cab, please?
I do like how they blow this guy away, though. It's pretty funny.
I like how Caruso's like, "Foot this, buddy." Uh-oh. I unplugged my headset.
4 guys shoot him up.
Yeah,
they got loaded him. That's hilarious.
But like, he clearly saved his life right there, and it's never brought up. In fact, he's pissed at him for that because Sam Jackson got the bullet here. He says he has like 30% hearing in his ear.
Right, yeah.
His tear duct. Luckily, he doesn't have the Casino Royale blood, but it's just tears.
Right, yeah, close enough, yeah.
And he says he gets like migraines when he goes to the beach.
I go take my kids to the beach and get a migraine. It makes me want to cry for days like a bitch.
But the movie's long enough where it feels like it's 4 hours. And there's a scene later on where he clearly forgives him for, and he's like, I'll bring my daughter over.
Yeah.
My daughter has someone to play with. And
Well,
I was
he
like,
knows. He knows at that point that he's getting railroaded and he's fucked.
Yeah.
Because everybody's basically he goes out of his way kind of to give him Junior just to be left alone, but that comes later because we got to get through the first act first. That's more important because that sets it up better, I think.
Do it.
So so he goes to jail for this crime, and he's in prison. Rappaport, the scumbag, comes into Helen Hunt's life and says, you got to work and stuff. And so, like, you can work for me. And I do like the bit where he gives her $150 a week. But then you hear Philip Baker Hall says, you're giving her the $450 I gave you, right? Yeah, absolutely. I'm giving her the $450.
Well,
so he takes $300 from her every week.
It's 400 and he gives her 150.
I thought it was 450. Okay.
No.
It was 400.
Yeah.
I swear.
And I was watching it with her, and I go, "Oh, that piece of shit." She's like, "What?"
Yeah.
And I was like, she wasn't really paying attention. I'm like,
You
"Oh,
didn't hear that part, did you?" Yeah.
This is when I was invested in this movie, and then I watched the Ghostland.
Go feed the baby or something. Get out of here.
Raise our child.
Go pump. I'm busy
I'll
watching.
pump to the cage. He's pumping. Oh. That's what you're talking about, where Philip Baker Hall announces that he's giving him $400 a week.
Yeah,
starts off by going this woman like going,
yeah. Nick Cage is
38.
Yeah,
30, and I'm like,
bench press.
He goes, Dad, I got 40. I did 40.
Yeah.
And I go, I want to see how number one started. How did that conversation go down? I bet I can bench press you.
And he did, and I think he's done this multiple times a week.
Oh, she's not like surprised or she acts like this is just what they do. But I'm like, how did this start? I want to see the genesis of this weird.
And that's Hope. Isn't that Hope Davis?
Is that one? I know she's in later.
She's in later, but I don't remember if that it might not be the same one. Maybe
I don't think it's her. Hope Davis is the one that pulls them the convertible looking for directions.
And he ends up marrying the weatherman, which we talked about.
Oh God, that was.
I remember that. That was the same actress. Yeah.
Hope
you
Davis.
Fucking dildo.
Hope Davis is in a lot.
She's in a lot,
and I can't tell you one thing.
She's the most. She's most.
She's good. That's the problem.
Thankless actor.
She's milquetoast.
Yeah. You got a movie. You got an actor, a character role for somebody who's going to knock it out of the park, but you'll forget who's in it 10 minutes later. Kind of like Stanley Tucci.
She reminds me of like an early Judy Greer, but I remember everything Judy Greer's in because Judy Greer's in everything. So, but she reminds me, this kind of like her role back then.
Yeah.
Tilda Swinton kind of does the same thing where you're like, oh, Tilda Swinton, and then I forget she was in it 2 seconds later.
Do you notice how many like actresses start in Nick Cage movies and go on to be character actors?
You know why?
Judy Greer, because Nick Cage has the magic dick. You fuck
Judy
me.
Greer shows her tits in Adaptation.
Hope Davis didn't.
Hope Davis didn't do that.
She didn't show her boobs in this movie.
This is the first time I watch Adaptation where I'm like, oh my God, Judy, no, Judy, no.
Oh my God.
Like Judy Greer feels like a friend. She's kind of, she's one of those rare actresses. Where
Not
like,
for this movie,
come
honey.
on. No, if they're going to do it at all, this is
That's
the movie.
true, yeah, that was artistic, yeah.
It's a really fucking good movie.
Oh my
but
God,
I'm
you
still
look
like,
good. Oh, shit.
It's like my sister. Like,
God damn it. Oh, you look
Judy.
good.
No! I feel like
they're perfect.
It's George C. Scott.
No! No!
No!
Turn it off.
My daughter.
Don't go to that pie restaurant anymore. You want to go to the Monarch Festival with me?
Well, speaking of that movie, Nick Cage remade that movie is 8mm, not remade, literally remade.
Yeah, 8mm. Yeah, well, pretty much.
But
Same
Kiss
story.
of Death is a remake.
Yes, it is. Ben Heck script from the 40s.
I have never seen the original.
I have not either, but I can see how this could be a remake of a movie from the 40s.
I can see how the movie from the 40s would be way fucking better, though.
Yes,
because this type of story is better suited for film noir.
Yes,
40s, 50s,
and a better actor than David Caruso.
Exactly, that's more.
David Caruso's not even near that period.
It's infant David Caruso.
Tommy, or listen, Junior, stay away from my family, Junior.
Stay away from.
So, but actually, it's got the best revenge though, because I did like that part where I forgot about that because Helen Hunt dies. His wife dies, like out of nowhere.
So off guard.
Yeah. So Michael Rappaport basically rapes her, like gets her drunk because she's a recovering alcoholic. He basically, I think, roofies her drink, basically.
Can I just say, and I keep derailing us, but that's kind of the point of the show, that, I don't know why I'm apologizing, but I like the fact that they add that in, because normally when you watch these movies, it's a fucking train wreck of a man, criminal, with this glorious, beautiful woman, and you're like, why is she with him?
Right.
But they added that in where she's like, oh, I don't drink anymore, and he goes, oh, okay, and then she's sneaking a Heineken because he's beating up some guy on the chop shop.
Yeah.
And then she's drinking vodka, and I'm like, all right, now I know why she's with him. They both were fuck up, and it makes sense. I'm glad they did that.
Yeah.
It didn't matter because she gets killed, but
that's the best part. Jimmy!
Yeah.
And she hits a Mack truck.
Well, she never drove the car that they gave her. Philip Baker Hall's like, get her a car.
Yeah, he gives her a shitty Honda or something. It was his car. And he goes, but the best part is when they call in Caruso, go see the chaplain. And like he goes to the chaplain, and all of a sudden, oh no! David Caruso trying to act, and he's terrible. Find that scene because that should be a clip.
I'm doing it right now.
Oh God, no!
Here it is.
Like it's so terrible.
Yep.
Here it is.
Come in. I'll be off in a minute.
I know something's not right. I'm too
You got
cool.
I wish they showed the scene where the chaplain's just like, anyway, I gotta tell this loser his wife's dead. She's so fucking dead, man. I saw the body. She is decapitated, and then no, not about you. Anyway, bye. Your wife is decapitated. I'm so sorry. I'm genuinely sorry.
It's not good. And she was raped by your cousin.
She was full of your cousin's cum.
We know that for a fact because I saw it. And she's a drunk.
I know I'll have to tell you, but I want to. The coroner's report said it was oozing out of her. That much cum was in her.
A
Oozing.
gallon.
It seemed he invited 3 to 4 friends over.
You should turn
Oozing.
state's evidence.
She was like a martini mixer of cock.
Oh my God. Helen Hunt, no.
Helen Cunt is more
Don't
like
say
it.
that about Helen Hunt, who disappeared for 20 years and then shows up full body naked in a movie.
Why was she in this?
I don't know.
This must have been like 2 months before Mad About You debuted.
I think that's
from
what
95,
it
right?
was. But no, because Twister was 96.
Yeah, but Twister is a budget.
It's a big movie. So yeah, what is she doing in this movie?
But I think Mad About You was this year.
Mad About You had to be in the early 90s.
No, it's 95,
Hold
I think.
on. Let me look it up.
I'm looking right now.
Yeah, look it up. I'm sure it's 1990. It's got to be 1990 to
No.
97 or something. Because she was doing movies at that point.
Okay, so it's 92 to 2019? They're doing it again?
Oh, they redid it. I think they only did it for the 2019 and it didn't work out, so they stopped it. So
92
that's
to 98.
Yeah, there you go.
No, 99. Sorry.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So, 3 years. It wasn't making mad about you money yet. Not till like the fourth, fifth season is when you really start making money.
Yeah.
So
Paul Reiser.
So I guess that explains why she's in it. She wants to do some movies, maybe switch over, and she did for a little bit, and then
she does Twister, big hit, and then wins the Oscar for the Jack Nicholson movie, As Good as It Gets.
Yes, I couldn't remember what it's called.
I
haven't seen that movie since it came out either.
It's funny. It holds up. I think it's still pretty funny. Just because Jack Nicholson goes to the diner and goes, "There are Jews at my table."
Maybe I need to see it now.
And then he goes, "What's the matter? Your noses are bigger than your stomachs." It's pretty funny. But
James
you know what I noticed?
Hates the Jews.
The one thing that I noticed about that movie, though, you know who the producer is on that movie? In 1997, Owen Wilson.
Huh.
So Owen Wilson, I think, ghost wrote that script for what's his name? Because he just, I mean, if you saw Spanglish, you know that he was not
James
up to
L.
the par.
Brooks.
Yeah, James L. Brooks just lost it at that point, and I think he produced Bottle Rocket like 2 years before or a year before.
Bottle Rocket is the only Wes Anderson movie I genuinely enjoy.
Well, I finally watched that for the first time. I liked it. It was very good.
I love it.
It's a good movie. I gotta watch it again. That's a good one.
After that, I
like Wes Anderson.
Yeah.
I'm a fan. I like all this stuff.
I don't like whimsy. Okay.
No, you don't, Adam. The fucking ghost of Adam.
Can't with him.
Yeah, I get why people don't like. I get it, but at the same time, like, you know what? That's his style. He's earned it, and every movie he makes is enjoyable. They're not bad.
He's Andy Warhol to me.
No, Andy Warhol's much worse.
Oh, he's there, but yeah, Andy Warhol's a hacker. The point is, I look at it and I go, I don't get it.
Yeah,
he made a ton of money and he's great. Everyone loves him. Great.
He lives in France. That's the other thing you kind of hate about him. He's from Texas. He lives in Paris. It's like, okay, fuck you. You're an asshole. Fuck you. Yeah, I live in Paris and I'm married a ballerina or something. I don't know.
Oh, it's Marilyn Monroe 4 times. Or 6 or however the fuck many. Oh, soup can. Great. That's what I like. I'm like,
I gave you $50.
Royal Tenenbaum. Oh, they all dress the same. Super.
They didn't dress the same, Royal Tenenbaum. Oh, you mean
Ben Stiller and his fucking
Ben Stiller's kid. Yeah, but that was the reason. There was a story reason for that.
Great.
So they don't get lost in the crowd because they're constantly afraid of death because he lost his wife. Like, I get it. He's suffering PTSD.
I really, really have tried to like Rushmore. I want to like it. I like everyone in the movie. I think, and I like the premise of the movie, and I like certain things about it. Can't fucking stand it though. And I'm like, I watched it like 4 or 5 times.
Yeah,
now.
I love Rushmore.
And I'm like, I feel like I just don't. It doesn't ever click. Like it's just a puzzle piece that doesn't fit me. It just
now you know how Adam felt about Big Lebowski.
Yeah,
it's the same thing. With, some things you just can't get.
It's the same exact feeling I have with Radiohead.
Right.
That's a better comparison. Radiohead for me is Wes Anderson.
Right.
I'm like, I know this is good, and I know people love it, and that there's a part of it I do like. It's just not enough for me to ever finish.
I sing like this, and everything's haunted, and
it's also comparable because I like Pablo Honey, the first Radiohead album, the first album. It's really fucking good. After that, I'm like, I can't follow any of this.
Did you ever hear the reggae cover that Easy All Star did?
No.
Of OK Computer? It's actually pretty good. They did Karma Police. It was good. So she dies, and he goes to the funeral, and he knows his cousin did it. He knows
This is
it.
the best scene in the movie.
Yeah. She left your house at 8:00, huh? Yeah. You for what? What was she getting for you? I left my wallet at my house at the office. You left your wallet at the office.
He said she was at the office. She went to get the wallet at his house.
Yeah, that's right. That's what it was. Yeah. She went to your house to get your wallet, and then the girl, oh shit, what's that Kevin Bacon movie? Stir of Echoes girl. Stir of Echoes mom is in it. And
in the most confusing role in
she's
history.
playing a 12-year-old into a 25-year-old. And at first you're like,
finish what you're saying,
that's
then
gross.
we'll talk about her.
Yeah.
How about we get to a certain point where they make a commitment to each other, then we'll talk about that.
Yeah.
Continue.
So, and she finds out basically from Stir of Echoes that she never came home that night. She was with him, and she was in his car, basically. Much better poster.
It looks like the Sleepers poster.
It looks like the Bronx Tale Sleepers poster.
Yeah.
And so basically he figures out that Michael Rappaport killed his wife, so he's going to get revenge. So he basically goes to the DA comes to him wanting to flip on everybody, and so he says, "Yeah, I flipped on these 3 guys. I did a heist with." He said, "There's 4 guys. I don't know who the 4th guy was." And then he got, "What about this deal?" "Yeah, it was me and 3 other guys. There's a 4th guy. I don't know who the 4th guy was." So he basically gives them information on all these jobs that he did, but Michael Rappaport was the 4th guy. So it goes back to Philip Baker Hall that somebody tattletailed on these guys. And so he sends Junior to go play his $500 boombox in the office. And he brings Ving Rhames in to watch him chop up a Rolls Royce. Yeah, see the same poster. The exact same poster. Now look at that. That's amazing. I have the ticket stub right here. I have the baseball stub here. He was with me the whole time. They were with me watching the Yankees play.
The only good movie he ever directed.
Oh, no. He's done some good movies. There's a couple of good ones.
He's only done 3.
Barry Levinson.
No,
you're talking about Bronx Tale.
Bronx Tale.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, it's a
Good Shepherd did nothing
Good
for
Shepherd
me.
sucks.
I was
Good
like,
Shepherd
what the
sucks.
fuck is this?
No, Good
I
Shepherd
wanted
sucks.
to like it.
Yeah.
No, Barry Levinson did a bunch of good movies.
Yeah, Barry Levinson's good. Yeah.
Sleepers I fucking love. So
Sleepers is good. I gotta watch that. I gotta rewatch that one again.
That's an all-star cast right there.
Yeah.
But anyway, yes, he
I made men out of you.
He does the
toughen you up,
and it looks like Patrick Bateman when he comes in there.
Yeah. I love how they're starting to put all the plastic up in the office, and then they basically have. Now Michael Rappaport doesn't understand. He's getting in a sleeping bag made out of plastic bags. Like he knows he's fucked. Like he's got to know that, but he's too stupid.
Yeah, the base is too heavy.
What's going on?
The time has come for everyone to clean up their own backyard.
Their own backyard.
Clean up their own backyard.
I'll stop there because it's
now. You see that versus Prisoners of
Yes.
the Ghostland acting.
like you can make fun of his accent there, but that's just one scene out of it. And by the time you hear that, he's already talked like that for the opening scenes. And I really like Cage in this movie.
Yeah, he's good. He's supposed to be. He's a dummy. He's just a big dumb big dumb meathead. That's what he is.
He's supposed to, and he doesn't play it for comedic value, which I appreciate. He's just a dumb guy who's, and I feel like he knows that he's only there because of his dad.
Yeah.
Like, I'm only in this position because of my dad. So when his dad dies, he's fucking heartbroken and beating up people in the titty bar.
Yeah.
And
he
there's a lot of great scenes in the first half of this movie.
And he goes kind of nuts because he kills Ving Rhames. And that's post his dad died, right? When he kills Ving Rhames.
Yeah, that's
so
the end.
He's already making bad decisions.
It's about halfway.
But he's already he's not going to last long as a crime lord because he's just too stupid. He's making these bad decisions, and the only reason he gets off is because there's corruption. And that's what I loved about this movie was they get into the politics of crime, like with the DAs and the FBI and the local cops and how none of them get along. And they all basically using the system against each other to get what they want. Like when, because Stanley Tucci's the one that David Cruz was working for. And then he has that scene, "Are you an honorable man? Are you an honorable man?" I think I'm an honorable man.
You're doing De Niro.
I'm giving you my word. Yeah, I'm doing David Caruso does Robert De Niro.
The problem is, I believe you're De Niro more than I believe him.
I gotta be real bad. Are you going to give me your
man?
word? Are you going to give me your word?
You're still doing De Niro.
I'm too excited. Yeah, you're right.
Your charisma is out of the fucking park.
I can't help it. I can't help it.
He's swinging wild on first, but no, he's not even swinging. He's watching strikes go by on the home plate, and you're like, hitting a single.
Yeah, pretty
De
much.
Niro.
Yeah.
He's going, "Are you an honorable man?
Yeah.
Are you an honorable man?"
He's got that.
I'm asking you this because if I do this and risk my family's life, I want you to make some sort of promise to me that we're gonna live.
Hey, Stanley Tucci, who's got that charm. You want me to shake your hand or something? Should we shake on this or something?
Okay.
He's great.
So, Michael Rappaport gets killed.
Beautiful. Yeah, that was
the last
great.
thing we see 3 years later.
Yeah.
This is where I got confused because he's getting out of prison now.
Yeah.
But the previous couple scenes, like 4 or 5 scenes ago, they showed Tucci and all them talking to him, and he goes, "You're getting 30 years for murder.
Right.
You're getting 10 years for the truck thing." I'm like, "So 40 years." And he's like, you're going to be in prison 40 years if you don't turn a deal. And he doesn't turn a deal. 3 years. That is
but that's after he does the deal, though.
He doesn't do a deal.
Well, no, he turns in guys. He flips. But then what he does is he does that to get time to see his daughter. So that's why he's doing it. And then they come to see him again, and they say, "Look, you're doing well. You got a good record here. You're not, you got some probations coming up. You might get it. We want you to go work for us to bring in Junior." And he goes, at first, he's like, "I'll do it."
It's very confusing.
He says right away he'll do it, right? He says, "Yeah, I'll bring him in."
Scene, I like the way it was shot.
Yeah.
Babbitt Schroeder knows how to shoot a scene. Like, I like it makes sense when you watch it, but I'm sitting there going like, so he's gonna do the dialogue is just like, "I'm gonna do this, but I'm not gonna do that. But if I do this, and you're not gonna do that, and you're gonna do that," and I'm like, "Oh my god, just do it already!" Fuck, it drove me crazy. Another one.
What else did he do? Yes, I agree. That was a weird scene.
He did another Nick Cage movie.
Oh shit!
Let's look at Barbara Schroeder.
Yeah, I'll see what else he's done.
He is an Iranian director.
Hey, all right.
The man is fascinating, from what I can tell.
Interesting.
He directed Our Lady of Assassins, Single White Female, Murder by Numbers, Barfly.
That's Barfly guy. Okay, yeah, he's the one that
Mad
on the Canon documentary goes, "You give me more money or I cut off my finger."
Yeah, he also did. Where's the other Nick Cage movie he did? Why am I not seeing it?
Murder by Numbers.
No, Kiss of Death.
I don't know.
He did one more. Where the fuck is it? Maybe I'm thinking of something else. I must be, because I'm not seeing it.
Huh. Oh, The Crude. He directed The Crudes.
I like Before and After.
Yeah, no, he's good director.
That's that one. I'm thinking of Now and what's that one with like Christina Ricci and
Now and Then.
Now and Then. I like that one.
Before and After is not a bad movie.
I don't know what the fuck that is.
I don't think I ever watched it.
I did watch Murder by Numbers, not for me. Single White Female, Barfly, I've never seen. I'm curious about.
Well, I guess, did you hear the latest on that? Single White Female, poor Bridget Fonda. I guess she came out. No one's seen her for 12 years because she's retired, and I guess she came out to some event, and everybody's making fun of her because she's fat. And it's like, leave her alone. Like, why would she? Why would that be? Why would that be?
That girl was a fucking bombshell.
Like, who cares? Let her have her fucking enjoyment. Jesus.
What Jackie Brown came out when I was 13, and all they did was show her ass. I fucking freeze frame that movie.
I was too busy looking at Jackie Brown. That's just looking at the MILF, the mature woman.
Speaking of De Niro in that scene.
Yeah, De Niro.
That really hit the spot.
Yeah. You want to fuck? You want to fuck?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And then one of my favorite scenes in any movie is when she's just giving him shit all the way through that mall parking lot.
Oh yeah.
And he just like
blows her away.
Why'd I do that? Fuck. But I had a reason.
Well, it's right here. I was parked here the whole time. I told you. That's the best. Yeah, I tell you, that's Quentin Tarantino's best movie.
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
Jackie Brown is his masterpiece.
1000%.
I don't care what anybody says. People, that's why there's a guy on the YouTube. He does like He does a show about like what coming out in 4K. Like he's a movie collector. Yet every movie he talks about, he's never seen. Like every time he brings up a classic, he goes, "Godfather's coming out on 4K 50th anniversary." I haven't seen it. And it's like, then why do you have a fucking show about movies? And then he goes,
he has a show about collecting movies, to be
right.
fair.
And he's never watched any of them. So it's like, get the fuck off of here.
We have a show where we make fun of movies that we watched, but we don't. And we do know a lot about movies, but I don't consider myself a film critic.
No.
Like we just fuck around.
Yeah.
Like film critics, I don't think is a real job because you can't critique a film. Because everyone's going to view it differently. Yeah, you could say your opinion on it. That's fine. It's a film opinionist more than anything.
Yeah.
Because
film criticism.
But we hated this movie.
Yes.
Prisoners of the Ghostland, not Kiss of Death. If you listen to the podcast.
Yes.
Prisoners of the Ghostland is fucking terrible to us.
Yes.
If you like it, great. You got something out of it, awesome. We didn't. Holy shit, we did not.
Yeah.
And that's what I used to say about film criticism.
I used to take that stuff personally, though.
What?
Like when I used to take that kind of personally, like when I was growing up, like if someone didn't like something, I always kind of was like, why? Why do I like it and you don't? Like, are you like, fuck you? You don't get it. And like, now I'm at the point where I just don't give a shit anymore. Like people bitching and moaning about Book of Boba Fett. Like right now, because I'm just a Star Wars loser, but oh my God, look at that.
I'm gonna hold up everything green in front of me.
But everyone's bitching about Book of Boba Fett. How it's boring. It's boring. It's like, well, it's developing the fucking character. He's a different character, and then Jon Favreau wrote it and made The Mandalorian, which is like the best thing in Star Wars right now. Everybody jizzes on that, but then they get mad at him for doing Book of Boba Fett that's slower. It's annoying. I just hate people.
Book of Boba Fett, I've not seen. It looks awful.
If you watch it when it's done. Yeah, because now everybody was bitching about it, but now episode 5, it was a Mandalorian episode, and now everybody loves it again. Everybody's back to going, oh, it's the fucking greatest thing ever. It's like, shut up.
It's the reason I stopped watching trailers.
You don't deserve Grogu.
I don't look at anything before the movie's out. I just watch the movie because I'm gonna watch the trailer and go, I have this expectation. Oh no, the next trailer. No, I don't know. Like, it doesn't matter. Watch a trailer, don't watch a trailer, just watch the fucking movie. And you like it or you don't. It's not the end of the world. Like I hate a lot of Star Wars stuff, and it doesn't affect my opinion of certain Star Wars projects.
No, I hate the prequels. Prequels are terrible.
Yeah. But it doesn't affect the way you feel about Empire.
No.
At all. Not even a little bit. Not even 1%.
No.
Exactly. It shouldn't.
No.
So what the fuck are we talking about? I hate Kiss of Death is a movie. Okay.
My dad just died.
3 years later. There's one I brought up 3 years later.
My dad just died.
His wife's dead. This is 3 years later.
Yes.
The babysitter from Stir of Echoes, Kevin Bacon's wife in Stir of Echoes, which she has yet to shoot, which I fucking one of my top 5 horror movies probably.
Oh, that's true. Yeah,
I love Stir of Echoes, man.
Yeah, that's good. It's a good one.
But all she's known as the babysitter, and then I couldn't quite figure out the math on this because the kid here on camera, on the screen, lived with Helen Hunt's mom in New Hampshire, and for some reason the babysitter was living there too.
Right.
Even though she was just the upstairs neighbor of David Caruso and Helen Hunt, she made this commitment to their kid.
Yes. Because she loves David Caruso.
But we don't know that until this scene right here where he...
You got me too. I made my hair. I made my hair look like I'm older, so it's not disgusting when you put your dick inside of me.
Exactly. I look like Jennifer Morrison now. Am I attractive?
Please put me in another pot. Please.
Ready?
Coming out to what? No job, no money.
He's so boring.
At least I got you, Juicy, right? Yeah.
Don't touch me.
I want to get your parents something for getting me the apartment back, too.
And you got me.
What do you mean I got you?
She doesn't say a word. I expected the vagina shot.
Exactly.
Look at that.
All right, I got some young tang.
Let me get the gay out of me here in prison.
I've been in prison a long time, honey. I've been laying that pipe. You know what I mean?
Just like De Niro and
Yeah,
and Jackie Brown.
Exactly.
I was in the joint a long time.
No, it's
Hit
good.
the spot.
That's good. It's fun. I'm gonna make you a bong. Okay. You want a
Coffin's
screwdriver?
good.
Yeah. That was my
opens up your bronchial
That was
tube.
my surfer girl. She was my surfer girl. Oh, and Sam Jackson's in this too. Holy
The
shit!
exact same thought at the exact same time.
Didn't even think about that. And that's like Sam Jackson's greatest role is Jackie Brown. Didn't even get nominated. That just shows you how the Oscars are just full of shit.
Well, we'll know if the Oscars are still full of shit when Nick Cage doesn't get nominated for Pig.
Oh,
which
yeah,
he will not.
Yeah, probably not. They'll give it to some Hispanic black actor because it's that time right now where they're not going to give anything to a white actor at all, just for the basis of like we've been oppressing them for so long. Shut up! You don't care.
Well, how about you go from
You're
oppression,
Hollywood. You don't care.
instead of just going no black actors to all the black actors?
Right, exactly. Well, that's
Only
what
them.
they do.
How about you just
Yeah.
go the
Yeah.
next person up who's the best?
We're not going to rape any more women. Only we're going to rape all the women in Hollywood because that's what we do. I'm a producer. You want to be a movie star? Sit on my balls. That's what you do. Sorry, that's how this works. Whoops.
Make my balls laugh. You'll be in my comedy.
My balls are the casting director.
My balls better weep before you make me weep in this drama I'm producing.
You made me weep in this play.
And it is horrible. But
oh, it's awful. But
how about we just
Hollywood's
choose the
awful.
best person that did
Yeah.
the best job in the movie?
Well,
Regardless.
actually, what actually is good, I think Denzel's going to win for Macbeth, which I'm happy for.
Yeah.
Because that I want to see. I
But do
want
you
to see that
think
movie so
Joel's
bad.
going to win Best Director?
Maybe. I think that's all we got right now. These movies. This is the movie everyone's talking about.
Did they win for Fargo?
They won Best Screenplay, and I think it won Best Picture.
No.
96. I think it won Best Picture.
No, it did not.
I think it did.
Wasn't that Shakespeare in Love year?
No, you know what? I think it won Best. I think
Braveheart. English Patient was 96.
English Patient. Yeah, it was English Patient. It was
and then Titanic.
Titanic. Yeah, it was 97. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
But it won Best Screenplay and Best
I thought he won Best
Director. It might have won Best Director. Hold on. Okay.
Frances McDormand won, right?
Yeah, she won. She's won 3 Oscars.
I barely pay attention to anything but Best Picture.
Yeah.
So I'm not great on that sort of stuff, but Best Picture I know, except for the last few years where I'm like, I've never seen that and I will never see that movie. I've yet to see Moonlight.
Yeah, I'm not going to watch that one.
I have no idea. Parasite I've yet to see. And I want to watch it. It's just like I probably won't.
Okay, so yeah, best actress, best screenplay, and that was it. Everything else was nominated but didn't win.
Okay, at least they won something.
Yeah, no, screenplay's good.
But like, what was it? Lupita Nyong'o from Us.
Yes,
the movie Us should have won.
Yeah,
She was
she's really
fucking
good.
Great in that movie.
Yeah, she's a good actor.
So if you're but like that's not because she's black. It's because she was the best person in a movie that year.
No, but what did she win the Oscar for?
Star Wars, which was the whole alien.
Han Solo. No, she went playing a slave.
Oh, and 12
12
years
Years
a
a
slave.
Slave. That's how she won. She won the supporting actress for being a slave. So why don't you say, okay, nominate her for that? Let her win for Us, where she doesn't play a slave, where she plays like an interesting character that's different, and you don't see many black actors play a role like that.
And here's the thing: forgot she was in that movie. Forgot about that movie.
Exactly.
I'm not forgetting her performance in Us because she played 2 roles and both of them are great.
That's what I mean. It's like that. That's what an Oscar would go to, is you're playing dual roles, and she's fantastic. Like what the
Both
fuck?
of them are really good too,
and not even nominated. I don't think she was even nominated.
I don't know, but
because they don't nominate horror movies, they just don't do it. But then Get Out won best script, because that was the year of we gotta start giving it to the black guy.
It deserved best script. That's fine.
Sure, I know, but I'm just saying, any other time that wouldn't have
We're
gone.
on a severe tangent right now.
I know it happens. We get pissed off because Jackie Brown didn't win. You get pissed
No,
off.
I just hate the reactionary Hollywood bullshit,
terrible.
which is let's give it now. We got to give it to that's also an agenda.
Yeah,
which is going against what you're trying to fix. The
What's the
other
problem?
agenda.
Yeah.
How about you just start going on who deserves it? What deserves
who's
it?
the best? And sometimes
Who's the best?
yeah. And
It's like-
sometimes Wesley Snipes. Sometimes it's David Caruso.
Well, this is sports.
Yeah,
they're not going, well, the Chiefs won last time, so now let's let the Bengals. No, the Bengals just fucking won.
Yeah.
So
Mahomes threw an interception, and that's what killed them.
How about you just watch and go,
Yeah.
she was clearly better there. And she's white. Okay, she's white. This year it's a white lady. Oh,
fine.
Why the
Yeah.
Anyway. It always, and the problem is it always sounds like a white men defending the white system. No, it's just
stupid.
One.
It's just come on.
Choose the best person.
And Denzel would be on the same page.
Denzel would win every fucking year.
Denzel's the same thing. Just like, I don't fucking care.
Yeah.
Just tell a good story. How about that? Like, I don't care.
And Denzel's movie this year looks fucking boring. A Journal for Jordan. I don't even know what the plot is.
Well, and also Will Smith for King of California, or whatever that movie is, about the
Williams
Venus sister. Yeah, the Williams sisters. Yeah,
the Venus sister.
The Venus sister. I'm Venus.
Serena
and she's
Venus
Serena.
Williams.
What's up, motherfucker? I'm Venus. This is Serena. I used to fuck Brett Ratner.
Wait,
It's
what?
true. Yeah, Brett Ratner and Venus or Serena used to go out.
What?
Figure that one the fuck out.
Brett Ratner is like a fucking dumpster human.
I got let me double check on that one. I think that's true. I'm pretty sure that's true.
He's a garbage person.
But meanwhile, talk about the movie, and I'll look this up real fast.
Yeah. Out of fucking nowhere, the babysitter's like, "Hey, I'm an adult now. You could fuck me when you get out." He gets out and does so. Immediately marries her. And then they keep showing Nick Cage's strip club. They decide to make Caruso go undercover to bring in Junior. His name is Junior. Philip Baker Hall's name is Big Junior, which pisses me off. Why isn't he just a name and then Nick Cage is Junior? That part lost me.
Isn't that like Jumbo Shrimp?
But yeah, exactly. But Big Junior's dead. Phil Baker Hall died. And Phil Baker Hall had 15 movies where he's playing a character on their deathbed. He's finally dead now. He can finally put that behind him, right? He's dead.
Yes, he's dead.
No, he's alive.
Who?
Phil Baker Hall's still alive.
No, he's still alive. Yeah.
Had no
so
idea.
yeah. Serena Williams and Brett Ratner did go out for a time.
That is bizarre.
Before his career went to shit when he got accused of rape by a bunch of people.
So was this during like X-Men 3 or what?
This was 2017. So he was wiped out. 2017 is when Brett Ratner was destroyed by the system. That used to love him.
He was not destroyed by the system. He's destroyed by his own gross ass behavior and gross personality.
What are you talking about?
Show that picture of his hands on his pants.
Yeah.
And he's clearly like using like HGH. Like,
Look at that.
Dude's scary.
She's got big arms. Serena's the prettier one though, because I think Venus is ugly. Serena's the better looking one. Poor thing.
I don't remember what Venus looks like for some reason.
Fucking Serena, you bitch.
Okay. There's another long sequence of them having a conversation about what Caruso's going to do here.
Yeah.
It just goes back and forth with nothing happening. And he's like, fine, I'll do it, but blah, 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 blah.
Right.
They put the thing around his stomach.
I ain't wearing a wire.
Why don't they put the wire around your thigh?
I don't know.
Nobody looks in your thigh.
Yeah, or in your dick.
Put it
in your balls.
This is 95. They didn't have the little microphone. Like nowadays, you get the. We'll put it in your scalp. You won't even see it.
Technology is so much better now.
Yeah. Back then, though, it's like this fucking thing. Sorry, what?
Yeah.
You get that.
Did you kill him?
Yeah, you get a lot of those. Sorry, can you say that louder? Humor. Anytime a comedy does a wire scene had that line.
Yeah.
We are now in the parking lot where you killed that guy, right? You get that humor too. Yeah, it's a lot of that.
Yeah, Leslie Nielsen movie.
Yeah. But he goes into the club, he's sitting there nonchalant, and then Nick Cage is beating people up because his dad died.
Yeah.
And they strike up a conversation, and there was a good fake out scene right here where the guy grabs a titty on a dancer.
Right, yeah.
And Nick Cage puts his hand down on a table, makes him put his hand down. It's right here.
Put your hand on the table.
And he's sitting there, and I was like, this is dumb because and he goes, hey, would you like that for me? And he lights a cigarette. And he hands it back to Junior, Nick Cage. And he's sitting there, he's like, now what can I do to make you forget about being a piece of shit to these women? And what they do is hard.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this is a lot of build up to just going, and you're like, ow, that really hurts, but I'll be okay. Bye.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I thought.
Like that would be the end of it.
I used to put them out my palm all the time.
I did that before.
Yeah, it's cool.
If you lick it, it doesn't hurt that much.
Exactly. That's what you do. Yeah.
But if you don't lick it, it'd be like,
see how cool I am? I took that Marlboro and I put it on my palm.
It would hurt like hell for about 3.5 seconds. And then it would go bloop, and you'd be like, that burns, motherfucker. It's like if you touch the grill or something. You'd be like, oh, shit. All right, anyway, so that's it.
Yes.
But then it cuts to this guy in his fucking like his black underwear.
On the stage, stripping. Yeah. It was just a fun moment. And that sets up the ending because he kind of
I gotta be careful right here. Okay.
Caruso, yeah. Caruso kind of sticks up for him a little bit and kind of saves him, I think, in a weird way. And then he kind of saves Caruso at the end of the movie. Yeah. Set up and payoff, kind of. But yeah, and so basically he goes, he meets with Junior, takes him out to go meet a new connection, and it's Ving Rhames. And Ving Rhames is taking these cars, and he doesn't like the red car. So he gives the red car to David Caruso.
Unlock red. It's unlocked.
Yeah, he's doing coke and all that. And you can tell, and Ving Rhames is great. And then you find out
Ving Rhames is faking doing coke, and so is his character.
Was he though? I think he was the cokehead. I think that's what
they said. They got his blood work back. There was no coke in
it. Maybe.
I think. Well, part of the reason I had a problem with it and why it made sense to me when they said that it was he's doing an awful job acting like he's on coke. He looks like an actor who goes, "You're on coke, now do it," and you're like, "Okay." Like a person on coke does not acknowledge the fact that they're on coke. They want to hide it, especially if you're doing business. You don't want to be known as the cokehead. So he's going to be like,
"What's the problem? What are we talking about?"
But like Cage is immediately involved with work by going, "You're a fucking cokehead. What do you know?" And it's like, why are you working with a cokehead? Like, I know you're Nick Cage, NyQuil and cocaine, but why?
And
it's right here in the.
But this leads us to the scene where he kills Junior, takes Caruso out, and he thinks he's got the wire on him. And he goes, go talk to him, take his attention from the window. And he goes up to him and he goes, "Hey, Junior wants a boom." His head blows off. And Nick
came
Cage,
up with this elaborate story right there.
What?
He's like, "Tell him you want to sell him
Yeah, something like
on the Civic, and it's red. And I was like, oh, that's a good fuck you move.
Tell him you got a red car. And you got to give him a red car. And then it basically kills Ving Rhames. He finds out he's an informant. He's not an informant. He's an undercover FBI agent or something like that. What did you do?
What do y'all want, man?
And here's David Caruso's charmless acting.
Oh my.
What did you do? What did you do?
Hold on, pause. He's looking at David Caruso over here.
Yeah.
Gun, right?
Yeah.
Pulls trigger. Pull hole.
I thought he shot him through the front window.
No, he's right there. You can see him.
No, I know, but I thought he was shooting him from the front, and he comes to the side.
No, he's on the side.
Okay.
The window is down. That's why he did that.
Yeah.
So, did the bullet go through him and just not hit Caruso? Which we've established bullets pass through humans and hit other humans.
This is true. I saw that part of the movie. Yeah.
This is my face-off thing. Bullets pass through people. We've already established that. It happened in the opening scene of Face Off. So, whatever. It doesn't matter. The bullet's in the wrong spot. It's weird.
Right.
But yeah, he kills him. And then David Caruso does his best to go, you killed him. You, not me. You.
Yeah.
You.
What did you do?
What did
you do,
Junior Nick Cage? Oh, my goodness. You shot that. You shot Ving Rhames in the head.
What did you do on this Tuesday night, the 4th, 1995?
He's got
Lower
the knee.
East Side on the 4th
head.
Street.
Oh, bees. Come on. You shot him.
Why are you talking like that?
Be
very specific. I get specific when I'm nervous.
Matala, my wife earlier goes, when did he get his muscles? And I go, Nick Cage? And she goes, no, him. Ving Rhames. I go, oh, Ving Rhames never had muscles. He's just a big dude.
He's always been big, yeah.
But he's never been like fucking shredded. He's just a big dude.
He's a big guy, yeah.
And I'm thinking she's thinking of like maybe Pulp Fiction, where he's a little bit big. That's a year earlier though, and he was. Maybe you're thinking of Michael Clark Duncan.
That's what she's. Well, yeah, that's exactly what she's thinking of, because she's a racist. She's a bigot. What are you gonna do?
I want to ask you what. I was like,
that's exactly what it was. She thought it was Michael Clark Duncan.
Well, I think in some movies,
and she's not wrong. They're both bald.
He had that Luther show, remember? And I think he had a little bit of muscle on, where he played a badass.
Luther, that's Idris Elba.
No. Oh, sorry, not Luther. The other one where
Kojak.
Kojak.
Yeah, Kojak.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
I remember he had a show
that was like 5 years ago.
Telly Savalas, and
yeah,
he played that character Black.
Yeah. Which was
but
20 years, 40 years too late.
But I was wondering, is that what? I don't know what she's thinking. Like, was he ever jacked?
She's thinking it's Michael Clark Duncan,
because she watches Armageddon, and I'm thinking she thinks he's him,
Michael Clark Duncan.
But I don't want to ask because I want to know. So I'm just like,
if the real trick though is if you're watching They Live, where did he get his muscles? That's when you know that they all look the same to her.
Did that man pull it out for air?
Maid Marian.
I go, she gets it.
Yeah, there you go. What's up, Maid Marian? Oh God! But so he kills Ving Rhames, and then David Caruso immediately gets the guys that were with Ving Rhames take him. They have the tension, thinking that he's going to get killed, but it ends up being this undercover operation by the feds. And then the local police and Stanley Tucci find out, and they're having this big argument in this warehouse. And David Caruso, being David Caruso, honks the horn, and everybody's not paying attention to him because he's David Caruso.
I'm here.
Talk to me. You talk to me.
Instead of yelling,
he
would go, excuse, like, you know what I mean? Something bombastic when you're honking a horn in a closed room. He goes, hey, can you talk to me? I'm here. And you're like, that was it?
Yeah, but the way he does that, he's honking the horn like he's cool. Watch, you'll see him honk the horn. He's doing that. He does that cool thing. It's just there's nothing about him that's cool.
Fuck, this is a short scene where
it's like right here. No, this is way before. Here it comes. They're in the middle of talking when he honks the horn.
You got to realize how hard it is not to skip it over.
Yeah, it's right here. It's basically right here.
You're trying to indict is a state-run CI.
All right, he's going to the car.
You knew about from day one. Holy shit! What happens to you? Did you ever read about yourself in the paper? Huh? Your balls shriveled to the size of chickpeas. So what do you want? Stop. Talk to me. I'm right.
No, that's the first one.
Right here.
Talk to me. I'm right here. Shut up. That's the audience talking through the character. Shut up.
Oh my God.
Oh, it was before this. Damn it. It happened so quick.
It's literally right here.
Right here. Shut up. I want in. I want a joint prosecution, state and
Watch.
federal.
Look how he walks to the car. Watch. He's so cool. He's going to walk to the car like he's cool.
YouTube, man. I can't show it all at once. That's the annoying
He does
thing.
that Charlie Hunnam swagger.
Oh, from episode 1 of Sons of Anarchy.
Yeah. Hey, Tara.
That's
cool,
what I
Tara.
thought. I hated him, but
yeah.
I've watched The Gentleman 50 times now.
Oh, no, he's great in that. He's good in movies.
Oh, he's so good in that.
I didn't watch the whole show, so I know he might have gotten better. I never gave him the chance.
He does get better. It's only that first episode where I'm like, he
Yeah.
doesn't know what he's doing yet. And he's
Yeah,
like,
I watched as far as I got in that show, second season, I never watched it again.
he's also in Green Street Hooligans with Elijah
Yeah.
Wood.
Yes.
For some reason, Elijah Wood's in that.
Yeah.
State. Federal's what I'll give you. Federal's what you'll get.
Here, oh, look, he's so cool.
Federal, I'll give you federal. State court. I'm right here. Talk to me.
That's it.
Yeah, talk to me.
That was so boring. That's your one chance in this entire movie to go fucking crazy.
Yeah.
And instead he goes cool, calm, collected, but angry. I got my shit I'm right here.
Yeah.
Talk to me. Okay.
When did Ving Rhames get his muscles?
When did the guy behind me to my left, this guy right here, who's a black man, therefore is Ving Rhames, when did he get his muscles?
When did he get his muscles in that movie about the asteroid that comes to planet Earth?
When did she fall in love with me and ask me to marry her and open up her wormholes to me? When did that happen? My life is slipping by. I don't get it.
Why did Stir of Echoes want to bang me?
I don't get it.
I don't understand that.
I do have the physique of a young Kevin Bacon. I get it.
She's 14 years old. She's 14 years old.
She did her hair up. She looks like Jennifer Morrison. She does the Sharon Stone thing. What the fuck is happening? She's got my kid. Apparently, she's my wife now. What the fuck is going on?
I guess I'll take it because no one else can stand me.
I got Michael Rappaport killed,
which was that was a kudos to me.
But what the fuck is happening, guys?
What's going on here?
I'm right here. So boring.
The fuck y'all want, man?
He plays the tape.
Yeah.
And then he goes in the witness protection program. Oh, another one.
Oh my God. Who are you? Stop
1,
it.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6 throughout tonight.
Oh, I guess they're enjoying the show.
Yay.
Yay. They're
Boom.
not real.
Let's change the background a little bit.
So basically, the DA with that scene though when the shiesty lawyer goes to
The guy from Silence of the Lambs.
the guy from Silence, I always forget his name, but he's always a good scumbag. Who's
Anthony
also
Held.
in 8mm.
Anthony Held.
He's in
He's in a ton of stuff. Always a scumbag.
He's always a scumbag. Why did they do it? Because he could.
I think if he just didn't slick his hair back, he wouldn't get cast as this role.
Yeah.
He does have a long sequence in the beginning of Silence of the Lambs where he's bringing Clarice to his.
Oh yeah.
thing. But he has not left that role ever.
This town could be a fun time if you have the right guide.
Him and the guy from Ghostbusters and Die Hard, the ginger.
Yes.
They're always that role.
Yeah. They're the good dickhead asshole characters.
80s and 90s had the same 20 actors playing the exact same role.
The good old days.
For their entire careers.
Yeah.
And they made a fucking killing out of that. And they just shit's over.
It's all done now.
Anyway.
But, what's good about they have that scene where basically he's talking to the feds and he has like this litmus test of litmus list or this list of things, laundry list. That's what I was trying to say. Laundry list of laundry list of things that he's going through. He goes, excuse, and so basically they plead out of court and he gets off. So little Junior gets off. He's a murdering psychopath. They let him out due to technicalities.
Meanwhile, before he gets out though,
Right.
Hope Davis shows up
Yes.
and as a Thelma and Louise situation where they're in a convertible and they have the bandanas and they're like, "Where's McCormick Road?
Right, yeah.
Is it over the Brit?" And like they make up shit, and the guy's like, security guy's like, "No, it's over that. You probably missed it. It was through town." And they stole the kid, Nick Cage's kid, and he finds her in the woods, and it has. You want to set this up? I know you do. His initials on his head, on her head.
All right, the acronym for
you
Nick
had
Cage
fun with that earlier before we started recording.
Yeah, BAD. Because there's a good bit with Nick Cage and David Crusoe goes, "You need to find an acronym for yourself. Mine's BAD, balls, attitude, direction." And then Crusoe goes, "How about
FAB?
FAB,
Fuck that
birth." And he goes, "No, it's too negative." Great part, great scene. Probably the best scene between those two. And again, like she has the BAD on her forehead in red ink. And she goes, "I want to see my mommy." And they look for her and they find her.
All in like weird voiceover. None of it's actually recorded. And it's like a ghostly spirit.
I want to see my mother.
It's so weird.
Fuck your mother.
It's a little girl's voice, and it's like only in the right channel of the audio.
Basically,
but she's off to the left, and you're like, "Oh, that was creepy. Why is it hitting my ear wrong?"
Oh man,
I'm looking forward to whatever. Okay, so continue. He gets let loose on the technicality because Stanley Tucci takes a judgeship over prosecutor.
Yeah, so basically, as Tucci's like, "Well, I want something out of this, so make me a federal judge because I'm a prosecutor, I'm a DA. I'll be a great federal judge." And he says, "Fine, we can do that." And then they gotta let him go, and they don't give a shit about David Crusoe because who would? And so they're basically leaving him.
Let him. Sorry,
no, it's fine.
They let him go because the feds don't want to release the files on the Ving Rhames part because they were taking the cars that they were stealing, Ving Rhames was, and releasing them back into the system. It seems like they were selling the stolen cars to fund this program. That's what it sounded like to me.
Yeah.
Did I hear that wrong?
You're probably right. Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it. That makes sense.
The tall, curly-haired, balding guy that he yelled at earlier in the warehouse sounded like that's what he was saying.
Right.
That's how they're paying for this program is committing felonies. So
right, yeah.
That's why they let Nick Cage go. That's why they gave this guy a judgeship because it's way easier than admitting all this in open court, where it's all going to get released in the newspapers, and people's heads are going to roll because they're getting fired. So let's just let this one guy go. My whole and it's funny that they say this. Like, who gives Stanley Tucci when Caruso finally comes up to him at the end at the courthouse? He goes. He acknowledges that he has on recording, but right before that, he goes, "You told me you had your word. I had your word."
Yeah.
And he goes, "Who cares about little Junior? There's a million of them." Yeah. And I had the same thought where I'm going, "Who cares about this guy?"
Yeah.
He runs a titty bar in L.A. or New York.
Yeah.
Place. Who cares? Who gives a shit? He's committed a couple murders. Arrest the guy and then be done with it. Why are they making a big literal federal case about this?
Right. Yeah.
I was so confused because he doesn't do anything that heinous.
Right. But it's just a fun. And then that makes David Crusoe to say, like, "I have to take care of this my own way. I got to go my own way." So he takes the gun to the meatheads at the strip club and he goes after Junior. And then Junior told him earlier, "I can't stand the taste of metal in my mouth."
My favorite Nick Cage scene in the movie.
Yeah. I can't take the taste of metal in my mouth. Since I was a kid, I just couldn't. I never liked the taste of metal. I never told anybody that before.
I want to play this scene because that's the part I like when.
Yeah.
Because it would have been one thing if he just said that. I don't. It burns my tongue. But then when he drops off Caruso for the night and he goes, "Hey, I never told anybody about the metal thing."
Yeah.
I'll see you later. Yeah, that's it. It was a vulnerable moment for a dumb guy.
Well, yeah, but and the only reason they connect is because his wife died and his dad died, and he goes, "What's worse?"
And he knows he did 3 years and didn't give him up.
Right? Yeah, exactly. So which
is the whole setup for their relationship.
Yeah.
My only real issue with this is the whole setup thing. You said it takes its time, which I agree. It takes its time too much and sets up. Cut the whole Helen Hunt bullshit. I don't care. Cut all that. It doesn't matter. If it was Helen Hunt instead of Hope Day or you know what I mean? The
Sure Echoes
girl, it wouldn't matter.
Yeah,
Cut all that shit.
Yeah.
Focus more on him getting to know Cage, like Donnie Brasco style.
Right.
Spend more on him going undercover and dealing with that. There's a scene where they go out in a car and meet Ving Rhames, and the next scene they hang out together, he's killing Ving Rhames. That's it.
Yeah, pretty much.
2 scenes. That's my biggest complaint about the movie.
Well, I think that the issue is it's if they did that, it'd be like every other kind of procedural film. Yeah,
this would have been before Donnie Brasco. It would have been before all that.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know. It would have been more interesting. She's in high school, by the way. She's
the exact fish tank.
She's doing algebra 1.
When he is in the very beginning, when he's married to Helen Hunt and she's babysitting for them, she says she's in college. That's why she's babysitting. 3 years later, after who knows how long the trial phase went on for, which is usually about a year or 2.
Yeah.
She's still in college here when he's married to her. So this is probably 5-6 years later. The bitch is still going to college.
Yeah. Well, I'm getting my GED. Well, so what? I'm trying to be good for you. I love you. I'm only 17.
I'll pass it eventually.
Come on now.
Why are they all doing this voice? Let's be honest.
I don't know. Oh, God. He takes his shirt off way too much in this movie, too, by the way.
She finds out he's an informant because he takes his shirt off and leaves a sticker there.
Yeah.
He's in the bathroom. He ripped it off.
And then he pounds her after this scene.
They show his balls slapping her asshole. It's disgusting.
Oh, God, I wish that was true. That would have been so horrifying.
Oh, man, I unplugged my headphones. Hold on.
You like that? You take that. Take that, Stir of Echoes. You take it, Stir of Echoes.
This new setup is creating problems.
Oh, my God.
I unplugged my headphones twice already.
What's going to happen when you move to the new house?
I don't know.
Or are you moving to a new house?
Yeah, we got to buy one.
Oh, okay. Well, that's the best time to do it. No, it wasn't. But you're going to get a 2% interest rate, and that's going to be great.
No. Sorry, this is B Movie Battle. I'm stuck in this house and
forever.
I'm kidnapped. I'm not married. This is awful.
I found a dead chick in my brick wall. She's been haunting me because my friend hypnotized me, and here we are.
I love the fact that she looks like Jennifer Morrison in the movie when Jennifer Morrison is the girl who gets killed in Stir of Echoes.
That's a good point. I didn't think about that.
I just realized that.
That's a good point. Oh my God, all these connections.
When you said that, I was like, wait, that's Jennifer fucking Morrison.
Point. Yeah, she plays a retard.
She plays the slow girl, yeah.
She's the retard girl that the 2 guys killed. Kevin Murphy's son. Kevin Dunn's son.
Kevin Dunn.
Yeah.
His douche bro son.
Yeah, that was hilarious. Yeah, I gotta watch that one again.
Kevin Dunn has to kill himself over the shame.
Yeah, I gotta watch that one again. That's a good one.
I can't tell you how much I love that movie.
It's a good one. And so basically, they bust Nick Cage. He goes.
I like it way too much. Continue. Sorry,
it's not a bad movie.
No, I love it.
But Nick Cage goes and he busts Junior, and basically he wears a wire for Junior, and then he wears a wire on Stanley Tucci to make sure that he prosecutes Junior. So he goes, what makes you think I'm going to prosecute Junior? Because that tape you don't like? How about this tape? There's that. Oh, God. There's his, I'm a badass with a gun. Look at me. And you got to play the part where he points at the other guys. He points at the other heads.
Okay. He established he can't have silverware in his mouth because of the metal taste. And then there's a scene where he goes, you don't like metal in your mouth, like silverware? How about take the fucking gun in your mouth? Take the fucking gun. Put it in your mouth. Someone on IMDb trivia for this movie goes, he does not like metal in his mouth. David Caruso puts a metal gun in his mouth. I'm like, that's the fucking scene. You're just describing a scene that happened.
That's the point of the scene. Yeah, that's exactly why he's doing it.
It's a callback. He even says the callback in the scene. You fucking idiot. Understand how trivia works.
Oh, man. Open up. Open up, Junior.
Oh, he also has asthma and has to.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. He has that moment where your lungs fill up with heat.
Say,
Junior.
You saw what I did to Omar. Guess who's next?
By the way, all of this would be inadmissible because it has a gun to his head.
It's true, but you know,
The
whatever.
court would not prosecute based on this.
But they Stanley Tucci would make it work.
Yeah, he would have to based on the other stuff they have.
Yeah,
That tape
because
would not
that's
go
way
missing.
more worse.
Oh yeah. Okay, so the dancer guy has the gun now.
Yeah,
who apparently he's not allowed back in for some reason.
Yeah, exactly.
Due to convenience.
He's there every night. It's like he's not afraid of Junior, who almost tried to burn him alive with a cigarette.
I don't get it.
So,
but
but that's it.
Plot convenience.
Yeah. and
Anyway,
at the
movie
end,
over. He gets
that's it,
arrested.
and he runs away. He basically says, "I'm leaving the city. I got stir of echoes with my daughter. We're going to go move to Miami. I'm going to be a detective." And that's it.
Ow!
Wow.
And then 10 years will go by, and I won't make myself visible.
Exactly. I
I
will
want
make
to look up.
I will make $500 million and disappear forever. I love the David
Caruso this year.
David Milch stories that he talks about David Caruso because he worked on NYPD Blue.
Oh
and
my
he goes,
God, he looks like Malcolm McDowell.
Does he really? Has he aged out? Ooh. Oh my God. You know, I'm sure he's probably not a bad guy.
He looks like William H. Macy and Malcolm McDowell, depending on which picture you look at.
He looks like Danny Elfman.
He looks like Danny Elfman as well, especially here.
A little bit,
especially right here.
Philip Seymour, Danny Elfman.
No, that is insane.
That's crazy. And I mean, honestly, I think he's probably a decent guy now because he's older.
I've never heard one bad word said about him as a person. I don't want to confuse the two things.
Well, right, yeah.
There is. Oh shit! I just found a great picture of Babbitt, Barbett, should say.
Oh no!
So this is Caruso, Barbett, and Nick Cage. Years later, looks like
the unending video page. We're in forever, ever.
But what I say is, I never. Oh shit! I should.
We didn't see it. We didn't see
Sorry,
it.
sorry. Let me find that picture again. What I was saying is, I've never heard a word that was bad against him. I just hate watching him in roles, and I think this movie could have been far superior if the lead actor had charisma or some sort of drive. This man feels like he's like a smoke. It's like you lit a fire enough to keep smoke going, and the fire never starts.
Yeah.
And that's what it feels like this whole movie. That's why I said it feels like 4 hours long when I was telling you. We were in the text before. I was like, this is like a 4-hour movie, but it's only 100 minutes. And it feels like it goes on forever. And he's the reason why, because we didn't even talk about Samuel L. Jackson's character that much. It felt unneeded in this movie. That's another thing they could have cut that would have saved and had them allocate that time more toward the undercover aspect of the movie, which is clearly what they're going for.
Right.
So the script has problems, is what I'm saying.
Right. Yeah.
But Nick Cage, fucking solid in the movie.
This is a Nick Cage movie. Where do you put on the list? What's your list of Nick Cage?
Oh, I thought you wanted to give your opinions on the movie and script before I do that.
No, I like the movie. I would say it's a 6.5.
I give it a 6.
I would say 6.5 or 6. Yeah,
I like it.
Yeah,
it's a good movie. It is. The problem is, it could have been really good if they did certain changes. It just feels fairly generic. It feels like a long episode of a TV show.
Yes, it does.
With a lot of titties, though. There's a lot of background.
There are. They're background. I forgot how many titties there are.
There are so many background titties.
I was kind of shocked. I was just like, "Oh, this is rated R." I was like, "Oh my god!"
The little kid that totally doesn't live here because it's B-movie battle kept wandering into the room, and I was like, "She knows what titties are. What do I do here?"
Is that what I'm going to do in the future? No.
Damn
you're going
right.
to college. You're going to college, Stir of Echoes.
Bling! Hold on. Why don't you tell me this entire time LIW Twas in Review is on the bottom?
I was going to say that. I just forgot.
I didn't notice.
Yeah, I noticed it. I was like, oh, shit. But I was like, yeah, whatever.
Here's where I put Kiss of Death.
Wow. Okay.
On the
quality
left,
of Cage. Wow.
21.
I'm kind of shocked at the quality of Cage Rage.
I love him in this.
He's good, but he's not really in it a lot. This is kind of like Cage as a guest star.
Well, he does that in a lot of movies. Keep in mind.
Well, I mean, Face Off should be higher than this.
He's not that good in Face Off.
But that's what I mean. If he's in a movie long enough, he's not as good. You need him in spurts.
He's in 12, 13 scenes in this movie, and they're all pretty fucking good. He put on muscle for this movie, and every scene he talks in, I'm like, yeah, this is Cage. This is Little Junior, and I believed him, and I really enjoyed him in this.
Yeah.
Especially considering when I knew we were gonna do this movie, I go, oh, he's that Jack dude. I knew that much, and I'm like, I thought I remember him being too much of a fucking tough guy,
right?
But now I appreciate the subtlety where he plays a dumb tough guy, and it's not made a joke, and he just plays him. He just does it. He doesn't go too far one direction. They keep him in check, and I really enjoyed him in this movie. So I put him at number 8 on the quality of Cage.
Okay.
Right above Lord of War and The Weatherman.
Yeah, wow, that's yeah, and you like The Weatherman.
I do.
Way more than I do. Oh, big time. Camel
Toe. Lord of War, he's a little too boring in for me.
Right.
Weatherman's kind of the same. So that's when you start hitting that. Crude's a new age. I only put lower at number 11 because he's just a voice.
Right.
But I think his performance as that voice should be way higher.
Yeah.
But I'm going to keep it as what it is. I don't know how else to say it, but quality movie, though, I put just below Color Out of Space and just above Vengeance, a Love Story.
I still need to watch Color of Space.
You don't.
Really?
That's okay. Here's another one.
Hey, all right. Thank you.
Mr. 19101 online.
Oi. I just read that as oi.
Man, I'm pissed that the whole time that Twilight Zone banner was on the bottom.
Oh, it's fine. Nobody's watching.
I still put the videos up.
Only the bots saw that, and they were just like, "Why does he put the wrong thing on there? Twilight Zone is not correct, my friend."
That's a weird Russian accent.
Yeah, well, they're not Russian. They're just working in the Hindu. They're working in India.
They're Indian.
They're just the guys in a fucking giant old factory filled with computer screens and just bodying everything.
Let's get out of here.
Yes, be gone with you.
6 overall for us, it sounds like.
Yeah, that's fine.
Let's hear the outro and get the fuck out of here. Until next time, in the meantime, I'm Phoenix West.
Dick Dickett!
Citizens of Wonderland, rejoice in the fact that we have covered another movie on the show. Go to liwstudios.com for more videos and podcasts. Subscribe to Loitering in Wonderland on YouTube. Search on Amazon for books by Richard Pierce. Until next time, and in the meantime, we are Phoenix West, Dick Dickett and Jansen Carlin. So long, citizens. All hail our glorious leader. Shut off the fucking show now.
It's a bomb! He's got a bomb!
Oh, no. Oh, here we go.